Columbus.
Joe, that ain't good enough. Come on, Joe.
Wake up! Not this one!
Frizzle left tight, F fly, pass 37 punch, waggle, help, baby dizzy, X fan on the turbo.
Thank you, baby.
Football, man.
It's time to listen to a bald, fat loudmouth
Mr. T-Bone.
and a former football player.
And that ball intercepted by Tyvis Powell.
Wow, no radio station has ever done that before.
Did it work for those people?
No, it never does. But it might work for us.
Welcome to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Good morning. Happy Wednesday. I'm T-Bone. He's Tyvis. Horns down. Hello, Tyvis.
How you doing this morning?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. Got some rest last night.
Yesterday was a very PTSD type day for me.
Oh?
Yeah.
Well, how was that?
It was cut down day in the NFL, you know.
Oh, yeah.
For me, back when I was banging, this was like, ooh, my stomach would be twisted all day until 4 p.m. and hope that your phone don't ring. It's the absolute worst. So it actually felt good. I went through the whole day yesterday and didn't even think about it now one time.
But then you saw it and you go, oh, no.
Yeah,
I remember this.
But the thing is, what people got to understand about, like, cut down day is, like, so they do it differently. With me, when I was playing, it was 2 cut down days. After the second preseason game, they would cut down to 75.
Yeah.
And then after the 4th preseason game, they would cut down to 53. Now it's just one big cut. So what people got to realize is the first day of cuts, right?
Yeah.
Whoever get cut, that's it. Like, they done. Like, good luck.
Yeah.
But as you get closer to the deadline, the people that get cut closer to the deadline is the guys that you probably gonna have a job. Like, they won't be having to go apply for a factory job or anything like that. Like,
Right.
They probably it will be practice squad or maybe could be claimed by somebody else. So
Why are you saying factory job? Because you know what's going to happen. If you even make the, 90-man roster, 80-man roster, the first one, from then on out, you're a coach for life. You can go back to where you're from and be like, yeah, I was with an NFL team. I played in college. Let me coach your kid on how to do whatever it is.
Not true. I tried to go into coaching. I got shot down.
What do you mean you got shot down?
I got shot down.
By who?
The Ohio State University.
What do you mean you got shot? What do they have to say? No, did you try to coach there?
I did.
No. Okay.
Well, I was trying to be a GA.
All right. Well, how do they not let you do that?
Well, they didn't have any spots for me, so.
Oh, well, see. All right.
Yeah, they was full.
And then what did you have? A little thing called better opportunities. That's what you had. So, right, like you couldn't hang around for 3 years waiting for a GA spot. I get it. But what I will say is, how many of those guys end up going back and saying, yeah, let me show your kid how to be. I'll be the elite coach for your, 7-on-7 kid, and I'll show him how to do all the stuff I did to get to the NFL. Even though I got to the NFL, I was the 90th guy on the roster. That's still, I'm saying, like, there is that opportunity for guys if they want it.
Sure.
That's what you're looking for.
But if not, probably going to whatever. It doesn't matter. Whatever they're going to do.
Might go into morning radio, I guess. You never know.
Yeah, whatever they're going to do. But anyways, like I say, the people that get cut closer to the deadline is guys that's probably going to get picked up on practice squad, brought back on practice squad, or could potentially be claimed by another team. So now that I've been through it and I know that, like, it's like,
you don't feel as bad for it.
Right. Like, It's like, all right, I know these guys are going to at least make the practice squad, which that's maybe 150,000, something like that.
That's good.
Practice squad, depending on what the money. It might have went up when I was.
I think it's like 200 if you're not a veteran. I think it's $200,000 to be on the practice squad. I heard it was $400,000 if you've got whatever time you have to be vested to be considered like a veteran.
That's 4 years.
$400,000 a year to be on the practice squad.
I'll take that. You can't beat that with a bat.
No, that's good.
You know what you should do when I was on practice squad?
What'd you do?
So after Friday's practice, it's like Friday is Fast Friday. So, like, you go through the practice really fast, and you're not in pads or anything. You just, like, running through things.
Yeah.
Once we broke that, we'd be like, well, I'm off for the weekend.
Oh, yeah. Right, because you're not traveling or anything. You're just there.
Some teams make you travel, some teams don't.
Oh, okay.
It depended on the organization. But I'd be like, well, I'm done for the weekend.
Yeah, that's not bad. I saw this video going around. It's the Bengals rookie long snapper, Will Wagner. He beat out 3-year veteran Cal Adamitis. All right. In any case, there's a video that's viral of one of his coach who I'm guessing is a special teams coach for the Bengals, getting on the FaceTime with him on his tablet and saying, hey, need you to come upstairs. I see you're in the facility, you're working out. Need you to come upstairs and bring your tablet with you. And you can see the guy's face go, yeah, okay, I'll be up. Yeah. He's like, we got to talk about some stuff. And he goes, sure,
my
sure.
stomach hurt just hearing that.
And then he says, we got to go over some fits for this weekend, get you ready for the game because you made the team. And then he's like, oh, my God. Look at the relief on his face.
See, they shouldn't play around.
They shouldn't do that.
You can't play around like that, man. It's the worst feeling. Yeah, they want to see you upstairs.
I mean, I guess if you're, if you're making the team, it doesn't feel so bad.
Nah, it's a great relief when you make the team. But see, like, I never had that type of experience. Mine was my phone didn't ring, and we got to 4 o'clock, and I'm like, When I tell you it's the greatest celebration in the world.
Did they ever call at 4:01 and be like, sorry, I got tied up in another meeting. You're still cut.
So what I did my rookie year was when I was in Seattle, like I said, it was 2 cut down days. So I made it past the first cut down because it was after game 2. So we get to after the 4th game, and we had, I think it was 2 days. You had to make it 2 days for cuts. So I'm in the hotel. And me and my roommate, he played corner too, and he's a rookie undrafted guy as well. So we seeing all our friends like that. We came in with all the undrafted guys just getting cut.
Yeah.
So him and I just sitting there like, man, we thinking it's probably going to be one of us because, like, they're not going to keep both of us. It's going to be one of us. So it's like, whatever. And my friends come in and say, it ain't that bad when you get cut because they're going to try to keep you on practice squad. So me and him ain't trying to hear that. So we went out and was like looking at apartments and stuff, just trying to keep our minds off.
Right.
But before I left, I went up to the facility. I'm like, listen, if you're going to cut me, just cut me while I'm here.
I'm here
don't
now.
Have me go back and then come back and all that. Just cut me while I'm here.
Yeah.
That's what I was on. And I ended up making it. So, yeah, it was a great feeling.
So we got a lot coming up today on the show. We are going to do our predictions. We're going to do this at 8:15. We're going to do our predictions for college football playoffs, all that. We'll give you who we think is going to win it all, what we think the Buckeyes are going to do, all that stuff coming up at 8:15. At 8 o'clock, right before that, we'll do the huddle. We'll get all your NFL news. And at 7:30, just a little less than an hour and a half from now, Ask Tyvis Anything. You can tweet us at BoneandTyvis971, your Ask Tyvis Anything questions, or you can go online into the YouTube chat. Just go to YouTube, search 971 The Fan, click on T-Bone and Tyvis. You'll be right there. Biggest news yesterday, Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce engaged. Dylan, because I know Tyvis is.
Please.
You're thrilled about this news.
My wife called me about this. And I'm just like.
What'd she have to say?
Oh my God. Like I am just so happy. Tyvis, I am speechless. I don't know how to talk right now. I am on the floor.
Oh.
I've never been happier for 2 people that I don't know. And I'm just sitting there like, yeah, so what's for dinner?
Yeah.
What we cooking for dinner tonight? That's where I was. Like I don't know why we even care about this.
Did you come back from that question?
Yeah.
Or is this the ghost of Tyvis we're talking
Because what happened was it was in the Tyvis, you have to do this. Like you have to go get this, that, and the third, and then help me make this, that. Because I cook dinner myself.
Yeah,
now.
you do cook now.
It's like it's not like what are you cooking?
No.
What are we cooking?
What are we making? Yeah, you just plan it out. You're like, let's move on to the next thing. Right.
Gotcha.
Dylan, in your neck of the woods, when that news came down, how did you celebrate, I guess?
I had, I think, 76 unread text messages in like a 30-minute span, which is like an astronomical number for me.
Well, that's a lot for it. That seems like a lot. I mean, I don't know, but that seems like a lot.
The Taylor group chat was going crazy. People were sending this to me like I wouldn't have seen it myself. I'm like, I really appreciate this, but you guys blowing up my phone, like this is all over the internet. Like I don't need this sent to me. What are you guys doing?
It's bad when ESPN and NFL apps like send you a notification about it. I'm just like,
well, she's marrying Travis Kelce. It's not like she's dating some schmuck. Like he's in the sports world.
Yeah,
it's
it's engagement farming. They all know. If I put Taylor Swift on this tweet, on this notification, anything, it's going to get read.
Oh,
it's going to get opened, and that's what they're looking for.
I put Taylor Swift in the show title on YouTube.
Right.
You know, I'm
doing it too.
I'm feeding into it.
We're all guilty of that.
I'm not.
I know you're not.
I'm not. I've never been so concerned. I've never concerned myself with people that don't directly impact my life. Like, this is ridiculous.
You know what happened in our household? Because I mentioned this to my wife, because I saw it before she did, because I had the sports notification. I'm on Twitter and I saw it happen. I'm like, oh, honey. And she goes, ugh. She said this. She goes, not really a big fan of his. I think she could do better. She said, I think she could do better. I pick up my daughter. Well, I don't pick her up. She came home from the bus stop, and I told my oldest, Viv, I said, hun, she's a big Taylor Swift fan. I was like, hey, her and Travis Kelce got engaged. She goes, she could do better.
Oh, man.
I'm like,
That's
whoa.
messed up.
Like,
That's messed up.
There was some shade there in the Smith household.
Okay.
I had no idea.
That's pretty messed up.
Let's just be realistic. Let's put our biases aside, Tyvis.
I don't have any biases.
Who is on her level?
What do you mean?
Who is on her? Like, who are you going to say, yeah, he's on par with Taylor Swift?
Oh, I see. That,
Like,
I don't never look at stuff like that. Like that's who she loved. Like, all right, great.
That's what I
Like,
said too. I told I'm sitting here telling my family of Taylor Swift fans, I'm like, you know, guys, I think she has a good idea on who's right for her.
Yeah.
She love is love, right?
Yeah.
Why am I the one out here? So like, I know I'm supportive. I don't care.
I've never looked at
I will
somebody.
never care about this wedding, but like all of a sudden yesterday, I'm like, Travis Kelce seems fine, and Taylor, they seem happy, and I'm like, I don't know anything about this, but now I'm defending this somehow.
I've never been a person that's been like, oh yeah, they could do better. Like you like who you like. Like you like it, I love it. That's how I am.
Tyvis, you need to learn that most human beings are not genuine human beings.
Well,
like you.
that's terrible. That's terrible. Like, why would you be upset?
That is 100% correct.
And then my wife got the audacity to bring up his ex. Oh, I feel bad for Kayla. I said, Kayla went to the Super Bowl and openly rooted for the Eagles and was all on the field when they won the game. Like, clearly she's still in love with the guy, but he's moved on. She need to move on with her life too. Clearly.
I didn't even know.
This?
I didn't even know about this storyline.
You didn't see that?
Oh,
when
no.
the Eagles won, she came on the field and was wearing all Eagles and cheering
Hey,
with
this
the
is
Eagles.
Travis Kelce's ex?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I said, yeah, that like clearly you still in love with the guy.
Just a fan of Jason Kelce, apparently. That's what she is.
Yeah.
Also, if you don't know what she looks like, go look on the gram.
She's black.
Okay. What's wrong with that?
Well,
What are
the
we
thing
talking
with
about?
Travis Kelce has changed his appearance since being with her and then being with Taylor. It's
What's
like
her? I don't even know who this is.
Nicole. Kayla Nicole, I think is what
All
her thing
Yeah.
is.
Are you saying that?
Okay, so
Are you
she's
saying that Travis does some cultural appropriation?
Yes. Yes, he does. Absolutely. Yes. Yes, he does.
I see here that Kayla Nicole put out some of her own news.
Stevie Wonder can see that.
She made She put out news yesterday that said my little sister Layla just transferred to Langston University where she's suiting up for the women's basketball team. So she's just tweeting through it. Good for her. Let her live. I didn't know about that storyline at all. Let her live.
Did you check the comments?
No, I'm not even looking at the comments.
Bet you.
She's not either. All right, so what happened yesterday? Did Ross Bjork get played? Did Dave Portnoy get screwed? Did all of us get annoyed? Probably some of all that's true. We'll talk about it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning and welcome to your Wednesday. We are noticing a crash out here all the way over on the east side, actually by Buckeye Lake. So that's happening on 40 at Jacksontown Road Southeast. That's right along 70. Do expect lane closures in both directions. Thankfully, though, I'm not noticing any major slowdowns with this crash this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Hi, I'm Coach Ryan Day, and I've seen firsthand how tough and resilient kids can be. But I've also seen the struggles that aren't always visible. Mental health challenges are real. That's why I'm proud to partner with the Kids Mental Health Foundation. Together, we're helping parents, teachers, and coaches talk to kids about mental health before there's a concern or crisis. Start making kids' mental health a part of every day with free tools and resources at kidsmentalhealthfoundation.org.
When it comes time to replace the roof over your head, you need a name you can trust. Newman Roofing. Don't just take our word for it. Here's our friend Cindy.
We were very happy with our experience, and we would highly recommend Newman to anybody we talk to.
Call 614-NEW-ROOF or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
Right now in Washington, there's a fight going on to make life more affordable and bring back American jobs. Some play politics, and some want to get things done. Senator John Husted is cutting through the noise, putting Ohio first. The new tax bill delivers for working families and helps small businesses hire and grow right here in Ohio. Tell John Husted, keep fighting for Ohio families and small businesses. Paid for by Senate Opportunity Fund.
Truck drivers, have you been searching for a more reliable driving job? Get the paychecks and predictability you need as a Schneider driver. Schneider's large selection of driving jobs means you can get the home time that suits your schedule. Choose from daily, weekly, monthly, or sometime in between. Plus, Schneider drivers have access to great benefits with a 401k match and a 24/7 support team. Get the keys to a better driving job. Search openings near you and apply now at SchneiderJobs.com.
Don't sweat it. Call Care Heating and Cooling and we'll fix your air conditioner fast. 1-800-COOLING.
Make Labor Day a good deal better at Meijer. Celebrate the long holiday weekend with fresh from Meijer 80% lean ground beef. Just $2.97 a pound with M-Perks for a 3-pound package or larger. Limit 3. Discount automatically applied when you enter your M-Perks ID. Large seedless watermelons are $3.99 each. And locally grown bulk sweet corn is 5 for $2. Shop Meijer and bring more fresh favorites to your Labor Day celebration. Exclusions apply. See all deals in the Meijer app.
I can't wait to meet her. Oh my gosh.
Put your hands together for new Dr. Pepper Blackberry and Dr. Pepper Blackberry Zero Sugar.
There she is! Woohoo! Yeah! It's full Dr. Pepper!
With sweet blackberry flavor!
Dr. Pepper Blackberry, I'm obsessed with your succulent taste. Please marry me!
No! Marry me! Marry me or I'm gonna freak out!
Try new Dr. Pepper Blackberry.
It's a pepper thing!
All your favorite fan shows are on YouTube, along with those fake YouTube ads like chew this gum and it grows new teeth. Experience the splendor of Bo sitting in his closet, Timmy Hall's gouty gold chains, and Matty Ice wearing a coat in 90-degree weather. It's all there. Head to YouTube and subscribe today.
At the Ohio Lottery, we make Keno fun, your way. That means every few minutes across Ohio, 20 out of 80 possible numbers are randomly picked. And if some of the numbers you picked match, voila, you're a winner. Keno doesn't require you to know a single thing about sports skidball or overs, unders, pluses, minuses, or lines, or whatever else. Keno is as simple as, did some of my numbers match? They did? Great. You just raked in some dough. There are more than 20 hours of Keno draws every day and thousands of places to play statewide. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
2 hours ago, Kyle arrived at the bar.
Hey, what's everyone drinking?
30 minutes ago, Kyle got his friends another round of drinks.
Cheers!
5 minutes ago, Kyle decided to drive home drunk. A minute ago, a law enforcement officer pulled up behind Kyle.
Sir, have you been drinking tonight?
A chain of events that began 2 hours ago is about to change Kyle's whole world. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Don't forget that light jacket or sweater this morning. Feeling like fall with wake-up temperatures in the mid to upper 40s to low 50s across central Ohio. For the afternoon, a lot more sunshine in the forecast and a little bit warmer with temperatures in the mid 70s. And then for tonight, partly cloudy with our lows down in the mid to low 50s. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfolo with your 10 weather impact forecast.
T-Bone and Tyvis is sponsored by Prime Sports. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit online at primesportsbook.com.
Both of these men played sports in high school. Only one of them was good at it. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
My friends at Columbus Men's Clinic have what you need when it comes to feeling tired, sluggish, not like yourselves. It could be low T. They can help you. They have a $99 blood test you get done. They get all your blood work. They figure out what's going on with you. And if low T, if testosterone treatments are right for you to fix your low T, they will recommend the right treatment for you. Also, if you're dealing with erectile dysfunction, ED, that is another area they treat. They do a lot with that. They even do semaglutide, GLP-1s, the weight loss shots that you can get. whatever it is that's causing your sluggishness, as we get older, men, we know there are things that cause that where you lose some of what you had 20 years ago, 10 years ago. Don't just sit around and let it happen to you. Go get it taken care of with my guys and gals at the Columbus Men's Clinic. It's a great office right here in Columbus, 614-300-7400, or visit columbusmensclinic.com to get your consultation set up. That consultation, including the blood work, talking with a medical professional, all of it, $99, and that's where they will find the plan that works for you and your budget. Again, 614-300-7400 or columbusmensclinic.com. Don't wait. Do it today. So I saw that yesterday was just dominated by Dave Portnoy, at least in my world. I don't know if it was, but did you hear a lot of Dave Portnoy, Michigan, all that stuff yesterday? I know we talked about it on the show, but was that...
That was all I really... Because once the Ross Bjork quote came out, it was kind of dead to me after that.
Yeah, that's the way I would have had it be the same. I would have just rather have not heard any of it. But there was more after Ross Bjork put out his statement saying, no one was banned from Ohio Stadium, which was what Barstool was declaring yesterday. Dave Portnoy reacted to what Ross Bjork had to say, and here's a little bit of that.
Ross Bjork, the AD of Ohio State, comes out. He's like, that's a lie. We would never ban Dave. Listen, in Ohio State, people are eating up because obviously when the story broke, everyone's like, oh, my God, Ohio State is so soft. Michigan broke them. Woody Hayes is rolling around in his grave. If you can't beat them, ban them. Like, they're broken. It's a broken team, a broken school. Oh, national championship this, national championship that. One man this face, and they start crying. They're broken. Something I've been saying for a long time. So obviously Ross Bjork reverses. He's like, we didn't ban him. That was all a Fox decision.
Yeah. He goes on to say that essentially, no. I got banned, and I need everybody to know that I got banned. I'll tell you this. If Ohio State is lying about that, that is really soft. Like, don't do that. Like, I hope that's not the case. I have no reason to believe Dave Portnoy. But to be fair, I have no reason necessarily to believe Ross Bjork either. I mean, I see the stakes for both people here, right? Like, Dave Portnoy needs it to be known that he is the hottest firebrand in all of sports media, and he's so hot you can't even have him in the stadium. He's too hot for anybody to even...
Too hot?
Yeah. Can't even have him on the campus. That's how much of a maverick he is. Can't have him out there. And for Ross Bjork and for Ohio State, it is not a great look if suddenly they're saying some guy in the media was mean to us, so we don't like it, so we're going to ban him. Like I said yesterday, I didn't think that sounded right. Like, I don't know, man. I know people listen. I know they hear everything we say over here, right? They know when one of us, they knew last year when I was sitting there saying I didn't think Ryan Day had it after the Michigan game.
Talking about Ohio State.
Ohio State listens to everything that we say in the media. They know what the local media temperature is. They hear from the national media too. They know which guys are their fans and which guys are their critics and all that stuff. But I in my dealings at Ohio State, and I can only speak for myself, now we're the home of the Buckeyes. We have a relationship. But they would be well within their rights to tell me, like, hey, no offense, we don't want T-Bone over here because he's been critical. I've never had that experience, right? Maybe other people have. Maybe other people have been blacklisted from there and they're not allowed to go over there. I don't know. I would be shocked if Dave Portnoy, given all the other access that is given to Desmond Howard and name your guy, Michigan players, people who've been critical of the program, they get access. They get to go talk to whoever they want. They're on campus. I would be shocked if that's what it is. I said that yesterday, that they would ban Dave Portnoy from campus. However, are we kind of at the point now where if you're Ohio State, the issue's not really with Dave Portnoy, is it? The issue's with Fox. Like, at some point, Fox aligned themselves with this idiot, and now this is the focus a few days before this game between Ohio State and Texas. Now you've got this idiot who reviews pizza mostly for a living calling out the AD of Ohio State and calling him a liar. If I'm Ross Bjork's office, I'm calling and saying, what the hell, man? We're broadcast partners. Why is this happening?
My thing is this. Why even be concerned with that? Like,
I mean, if I'm Ross Bjork, why am I concerned that one of my network partners is calling me a liar? Like that I would have a little bit of a problem with if I'm Ross Bjork.
You know what solves all this?
What's that?
Winning.
I mean, does it?
Yeah, it does.
Which winning what?
Just winning.
Beating Texas?
Beat Texas, beat the team up north.
I guess it does to
He
a
wasn't
degree.
that. I feel like he wasn't that. I don't remember Dave Portnoy back when I played.
I'll tell you what Dave Portnoy was before Michigan started cheating and winning, and that's how it went hand in hand. Dave Portnoy was the guy who said, "This rivalry doesn't even matter.
Okay,
I don't even care about this game.
We need
game.
We need to get back there, and then we won't have to worry about it."
Yeah. So, by the way, and it's fun. Like, I like the fact there are Dave Portnoys out there. Like, I like to be able to have that banter back and forth with Michigan fans. It's nice that Michigan actually found a fan who can actually say words that make sense together. That's good. That's an improvement from what they usually have, which Michigan fans around here have usually been the kid who just picked his nose in the back of the class and had nothing good to say and was contrarian about everything. That's what most Michigan fans in the state of Ohio have been over the years. So it's nice to find a Michigan fan who could actually, like, talk and bring good points to the forefront, I guess. But I don't know why the Barstool partnerships always seem to blow up. Every time they work with a big national entity like ESPN, that went to hell. Now with Fox, you're causing major headaches before your stuff even launches. It's almost like the Barstool brand is just kind of toxic. And a lot of the dudes who work for that brand, not all of them, there's some good people that work over there, but some of them who run the company, like Dave Portnoy, always seem they're just trolls. They like to troll, and they love to get clicks based off of trolling. And that's what Fox has aligned themselves with, and I find that odd.
Well, we live in a clickbait era, and if this is going to help Fox get more clicks, then I understand it from a business standpoint. However, because in the grand scheme, it doesn't matter. Like,
I know it doesn't.
This just doesn't matter. Whether he's banned or not, what does that have to do with us playing Texas? Like, it has absolutely nothing, at all.
You know what? You're spot on. The other thing I will say, I was listening to Common Man and Timmy, and Tim Hall made a great point where he basically said, like, why does Dave Portnoy think he deserves access to anywhere, right? Like, and I do feel like there's a bit of entitlement there of, like, why is our show not being welcomed to have this giant rollout on campus? Because not every show gets to be there. Don't forget, College Game Day is going to have the last episode ever with Lee Corso doing the headgear. They're never going to do headgear after this, supposedly, right? That's happening right across the street. That, to me, is why this all happened. I think that was Portnoy, Fox, Big Noon, all saying, no one's going to watch the last hour of this show. No one's going to pay attention to that. Everybody's going to be watching Lee Corso's final hour on sport, on ESPN, on game day. They're going to go check that out. So how do we get any attention for ourselves? Let's make a big controversy with Dave Portnoy. Let's pretend like, even though we decided not to bring him along, let's pretend like that was Ohio State's doing. And if I'm Ross Bjork, at some point I'm like, Fox, seriously? This is what you've decided to do? Make this giant conspiracy against me? This is dumb.
If I'm Ross, I said my statement, and that's it. Like, I'm moving on.
That's
I'm
why
gonna tell you what it is, and I'm moving on.
See, that's why I'm not the AD at Ohio State, because I'd want to fight. I'd want to be out there.
You know when you should fight?
When's that?
The game week, when he actually matters, when he actually, like, when it's a lot of tension in there. Right now, I got bigger fish to fry right
You're
now.
right. And we will talk about all of that with Texas coming up later on the show. Next, though, 2 minutes away, I have an audio clip of something that I think this highlights exactly what is right and what is wrong with college sports. 2 minutes away. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, if you are headed out towards Plain City and Dublin this morning, do note we are still noticing repairs this morning. Construction crew members still on scene. That's all happening on 33 eastbound, just past 42, where a left lane is currently blocked. It's been going on all morning long, too. A live look at our traffic cams. Again, 33 at 161, also known as Post Road. Definitely can notice construction crew members out in the median there, still working on some repairs going on this morning. Once again, a left lane is blocked, so be extra cautious on the roads this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Roosters. Roosters is giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. We're talking tickets, sideline passes, trips to a first-round postseason game, and more. Register today and every day at roosterswings.com.
Your fantasy draft is here. The Smack Talk is starting, and this season, ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sports book for sports fans. Download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Adam Schefter here with Vivid Seats live from the stands, and we've got a special update. Sources confirm fans using the Vivid Seats app are racking up rewards with every ticket and doing it fast. With an unbeatable lineup of seats and perks that go the distance, why use any other app for game day? Don't fumble this season. Grab your tickets through Vivid Seats, download their app, earn rewards, and as the official ticketing partner of ESPN, get $20 off your first $200 in-app purchase with code Schefter. That's code Schefter.
Bobby Carpenter here for Germain Toyota. Swing by Germain Toyota and ask for Marcello and discover unbeatable deals and a wide selection of new and certified pre-owned Toyota vehicles. Visit them at germaintoyota.net. Germain Toyota on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road.
Columbus, the Blue Jackets schedule is out. And you can lock in your seats with ticket plans starting at just 11 games. Don't miss a moment of the action. Visit BlueJackets.com.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at Awaken180weightloss.com.
Listen to that! Son of a... That's unbelievable! Oh my goodness! Holy smoke! Just incredible!
T-Bone and Tyvis present Clip That.
Sponsored by Prime Sports. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit online at primesportsbook.com. Receive a 100% match when you deposit up to $400 with the Prime Sports Ohio app.
All right, so this is from apparently ESPN College Game Day has a podcast. Reese Davis is on it. And Reese Davis, they were talking about the Kansas State-Iowa State game that was in Dublin. Iowa State won that game. But Reese Davis was talking about how they got a little note from above, from some of the powers that be, that there was certain verbiage that they weren't really thrilled with. Take a listen.
We got a directive that the powers that be, I guess for the institutions and perhaps from the conference, they weren't big fans of that moniker of Farmageddon. And I don't really understand why, because when something that's not a rivalry historically that's at the forefront of the college football consciousness, and you have a really cool name like that, it's not meant in a derisive way. It's a fun way, because you just mentioned that's in their DNA. It's part of their charter. It's what and they've done wonderful and magnificent things in that field, and it becomes a fun way to identify the game. And, hopefully people won't send emails like that anymore and take away things that make it memorable.
So apparently they were told not to use the Farmageddon verbiage for, again, a very old college football rivalry that's been around for 100 years. They played it continuously for a very long time.
Was it always called Farmageddon?
No. Probably in the last 20, 25 years, I guess, from what they were saying, that's when it kind of started to become a thing that the fans created, right? But that's like, what are they? Now, this one isn't quite as nice, right? But Iowa State, that rivalry, which is, of course, an in-state rivalry played forever. There's a soccer game in Spain, Real Madrid and Barcelona. They call that El Clásico. That's, it's like the classic. It's the big rivalry.
Okay.
So football fans have taken that, and for Iowa State, because those teams are always kind of mid to bad, they have called that El Asico. Which that's fine. I like that. I understand why Iowa and Iowa State are not going to necessarily call their game El Asico like in an official font, right? Isn't that the Cy Hawk trophy they play for anyway in that? They have the rivalry trophy for that. I'm just saying Farmageddon is more along those lines for me, but it's not harmful. It's not mean-spirited. Have you been to either Kansas State or Iowa State? Like, have you been to the surrounding area of those colleges? There's a lot of farms.
Hasn't Timmy been around there? Well, how far is K-State from Kansas?
I don't know. Manhattan and
Lawrence.
Lawrence is right outside of Kansas City, I want to say. Like, not far. But I don't know where Manhattan, Kansas is. I have no idea. I'm just saying.
I know a guy that went to K-State named Tyler Lockett.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Yeah. He's a good player.
He was
played with him in Seattle.
I think he's still playing. I think he played for Tennessee now.
I'm just saying, this is what makes college football great. And I acknowledge that there are parts of college football that can be better when it comes to making the experience at the stadium better. I don't necessarily love the romanticism of going into a 100-year-old stadium and having porta-johns instead of functioning toilets, right? Like, I acknowledge we can improve some of that stuff.
Yes.
But when it comes to the actual on-the-field stuff, I want as much of that to resemble 100 years ago as possible, right? I know the uniforms are going to change and the helmets and the gear and the sponsorships. I get all that. But, like, I want the band to play the song that's been played for 100 years. As long as that song's not got something offensive in it.
You don't want to hear this camp song? Yeah.
Ohio. Ohio. Hey, I want to whisper. Hey.
My goodness. I hope the TV picks it up. I really do. So
it's going to be it'll be all over social media how great it is. I'm quite sure.
Well, that's not fair. See, the first Texas, like, that's the first time they rolling it out. So, like, it's not going to stick. It's not going to catch on right away.
I know it's not.
You got to wait till like 3 or 4 home games.
It's almost like you're saying you need to give it time for a tradition to take hold, which is why traditions are cool, because they lasted so long. I'm saying look, I like the idea that we have stuff in college football that people who were born, lived their lives, and died before I ever was thought of were singing those same songs. That's cool to me, right? The fact that there are some traditions. We have a wooden turtle trophy for a game.
Well, that's because the real turtle died. So
yeah, but the Illabuck, that is what college football is to me, right? All the other sports have trophies made of gold and silver and copper and bronze or whatever else they use. Only college football has these goofy ass trophies, these stupid names. The world's largest cocktail party, which we can't even call it now because it's Florida and Georgia. Now we got to call it the world's largest outdoor garage sale. I don't even know what they call it. I'm just saying, like, it's stupid.
The Egg Bowl.
The Egg Bowl. Mississippi State. I love that. That's good. That's where college football thrives. And I feel like the fact that there are people who are in charge of college football who would look at something like a term like Farmageddon and say, got to get rid of that. What we do need is corporate sponsorships everywhere. What we do need are luxury suites everywhere. What we do need is to take the band off the field and put all the pop music we can blaring through the speakers. Like, at some point you're going to become the NFL. And I got news for you. Well, everybody would rather watch the NFL. If it's just NFL and NFL Light, they're going to want the NFL.
Correct.
You need to differentiate college, that word too, differentiate college from pro. And that's what Farmageddon and stuff like that does.
I just don't understand why get rid of you know how exciting that sounds, Farmageddon. Like,
I'm in.
Oh, I gotta go home and watch Farmageddon.
Yeah.
People are like, what is that? Like that sounds like something that I would be into. So yeah, I don't understand why they don't want that to be called that. Like,
no, because if
you just say it's just a game in Ireland, like, okay.
I genuinely,
when you say it's Farmageddon, it's like, okay.
This may be going a little too far, and I realize I may be on an island by myself here, but I blame Tom Rinaldi for this crap.
Oh, my goodness.
Because I feel like the Tom Rinaldi-fication of college football, where everything that happens is like, do you know what this player overcame? It's like, yeah, I mean, I got it. There are good stories like that, but there are some people in college athletics who think that's all college sports is. And they don't acknowledge that the goofiness and the silliness and the stupidity of some of the, like, I mean, for crying out loud, we sing Hang On Sloopy. What even is Sloopy? I don't even know. It was a song 70 years ago, 80 years ago that was popular on the radio. And that song kind of took over and the band started playing it. And now we play it all the time and it's great. But no one even necessarily... I think most of the people singing that song aren't even sure who Sloopy is, why it matters that they hang on. We just sing it because we like it and it's fun. And I think to get rid of that stuff.
Well, they're not getting rid of it. They're just going to play it when it's needed.
Right. Right.
I can guarantee you there will not be a game played at the shoe that Hang On Sloopy is not played.
That's fine. But like the band runs around. Part of their tradition is the band has someone on the shoulders of another person, and they're holding up a giant Chiquita banana stuffed animal. Stuffed banana? I don't know. It's like 3 feet long, and it's like a plush thing. And they run around and hold that up when they play certain parts of the song. Why do they do that? I don't know. I don't care. But they better not stop doing it, is what I'm saying. Like, I like those things. Those are fun. They're goofy. But you can't slap a corporate sponsorship on that. You can't turn that into a thing that can be itemized on an Excel spreadsheet for Ross Bjork. That's the stuff that I want to stay. I need that stuff.
But you do know that we are in a world where we have to create as much money as possible.
I know. And again, I understand that, but I just think we can do that without, like, Farmageddon. You can't monetize Farmageddon.
You surely could.
Right.
You surely could.
No, but the way they look at it, some of the higher ups go, but that's not, we didn't come up with that. We didn't coin that phrase. We got to come up with our own phrase. Like,
sometimes you need to just take a good thing and run with it.
Yeah, exactly right.
If I'm ESPN next year when Iowa State and Kansas State play, I'm creating a package with I don't want to miss a thing behind it. Like, I'm fully embracing Farmageddon.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I don't understand why they, according to Reese Davis, seem to do the complete opposite. That makes no sense to me.
I'm also calling up Avery Johnson's family and being like, who wants to do a little pre-match here? UFC, we got an octagon for you. Anybody got any beef? Let's settle it right here before the game. 50-yard line. We're going to get you in there. Let's go.
I want to petition that Kansas State and Iowa State permanently be played in Ireland and be called Farmageddon.
No. No.
Yes, that's weird enough that college football would embrace that. You're exactly right. I think they should play it on a farm. Just find
Field of Dreams.
Don't those country artists go out now every other summer and play like at a farm somewhere in the middle of nowhere and it draws like thousands of people? I don't know. Did Luke Bryan do that?
The farm tour.
Yeah, do that with a college football game. Just put up stands, have a bunch of tractors out there. Farmageddon coming to a.
This is not the Field of Dreams.
Coming to 1,000 acres near you, right?
No.
Just like clear out some farm field and let's go. British leader is demanding a Super Bowl in London. And we need to talk about why that is stupid next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good Wednesday morning to you. Well, we are still noticing repairs over by Plain City and Dublin this morning. This is all happening on 33, that eastbound direction, just past 42 where a left lane is blocked. It really has been blocked all morning long. But taking a live look at our traffic cams again, 33 at 161. We do see construction crew members still on scene, but it looks like some traffic cones were actually moved to the shoulder now. So again, do be mindful they are still out on the road. So just be extra cautious as you're making your way to the city this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Columbus Aesthetic and Plastic Surgery. Visit experiencecaps.com today and use code TYVISCAPS for $1,000 off a NeoGraft treatment.
Dormar, your pilot hero. When your furnace or air conditioner is broke, we come out that same day. Dormar, home the Tin Man.
Hey, Bobby Carpenter here. After retiring from professional football, I never expected that me, Bobby, I'd have low testosterone. So I went to my friends over at Affinity. I got my labs done, and now I've been on a testosterone replacement plan with Affinity for 8+ years. Best of all, they've supplemented it with peptides and lots of other great products. Learn why me and thousands of men trust the experts at Affinity to feel their best. Get more energy, better workouts, feel like yourself again. And do not waste another day. Get started at feelgreatcolumbus.com today.
Discover uncompromising quality at a reliable price with Giant Eagle in Market District. Look for signs throughout the store highlighting lower prices. Surround yourself with savings at Giant Eagle. Experience value like never before. Visit Giant Eagle today to see how easy it is to save.
It's Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place.
One of the things we constantly hear from customers, Wilson, it's impossible to pick a favorite. We've got 5 different window lines here at Pella for the $300,000 to the $3 million home.
Yep, impossible to pick a favorite. My parents would always say that.
Oh, Wilson, that's so sweet.
Yeah, other than I'm an only child.
Oh. Get the windows that Columbus homeowners rated the leading window brand at PellaColumbus.com.
The roof of your home protects what matters most in your life. Your family, your memories, your peace of mind. So when it comes time to replace the roof over your head, you need a name you can trust. Newman Roofing. Don't just take our word for it. Here's our friend Cindy on why she chose Newman Roofing over all the rest.
We had interviewed and talked with several other roofing companies around the city. The salesperson that came to speak with us was extremely knowledgeable, answered questions, took his time with us. We were happy to make Newman our choice.
And you'll have peace peace of mind knowing that on the day of the installation, we'll give you and your home the respect it deserves.
The guys arrived right on time. The crew leader came and talked with us, let us know what they were going to be doing. He was here all day with the crew. That itself was very impressive.
If you're thinking about your roofing or siding, give Newman Roofing a call today.
We were very happy with our experience, and we would highly recommend Newman to anybody we talk to.
Don't just get a new roof, get a Newman roof. Call 614-NEW-ROOF or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
The dog days are the best days to save at Coughlin Kia, Central Ohio's largest volume Kia dealer. Get 0% financing on any new Kia EV, Sportage, or Sorrento, or 1.9% on a new 25 Seltos or K5. Visit CoughlinKia.com.
Based on January to December 2024 retail sales at all 4 locations. 0% for 48 months equals $20.83 per 1,000 financed. 1.9% for 48 months equals $21.65 per 1,000 financed. All manufacturer incentives to dealer. Prior sales excluded. Dealer financing required. Residency restrictions may apply. See dealer for details. Ends 9/2/25.
Get your air conditioner fixed fast. Call Care Heating and Cooling. 1-800-COOLING.
All your favorite and least favorite fan shows are available wherever you get your podcasts. Just type in 971 The Fan to the search bar and hit that subscribe button. It's free.
We're the land of the free and the home of the sunburnt, freckled fat guy.
Do it now.
Tire care shouldn't come with extra costs or surprise fees. It should be simple, straightforward, and stress-free. So at Midas, they're rolling out the limited lifetime tire guarantee, included with every tire purchase with paid installation. You'll pay nothing for flat repairs, nada for flat replacements, zilch for tire rotations every 5,000 miles, and 0 for other preventative maintenance. So with this limited lifetime tire guarantee, you'll pay a whole lot of nothing compared to what the other guys charge for tire care. That's the limited lifetime tire guarantee, only at Midas.
I'm Brent, and I've been on Nutrafol for almost 5 years now. I like Nutrafol because it was a hair growth supplement that was completely drug-free. After 3 months, my hair got stronger and thicker, which gave a huge boost to my social life. I mean, it was life-changing, to be honest.
Get growing at Nutrafol.com/men. That's Nutrafol.com/MEN. These statements and products have not been evaluated by the FDA. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or condition. Real customers were compensated to share their stories.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. One of these guys still believes he can play in the NFL. It's Tebow. He says it's because of his low center of gravity. He's dumb. This is Bone and Tyvis.
Ask Tyvis anything coming up at 7:30. You can tweet the program now at Bone and Tyvis 971 or hop in the YouTube chat. Just go to YouTube, search 971 The Fan, click on T-Bone and Tyvis. You'll be right there. Hey, we crossed over 16,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel. You could be one of them. So when you go there and find the live stream, just subscribe to the YouTube stream. You'll get all of our shows all streamed all day long. It'll let you know when we're streaming.
Click.
And you can go right there. Yeah, click on it, baby. That's right. So I don't understand why this is I guess I understand it from the standpoint that business happens and the NFL is always looking for revenue opportunities and they want to expand the game internationally. But
everybody's money hungry.
At some point, though, I don't understand I'll just say it, the balls that it takes to go out and ask another country's premier sport, hey, why don't you put your biggest game in our country? But that's what has happened here yet again. Another British leader, which this is not the first time it's happened, but this is apparently the British ambassador to the U.S. His name is Peter Mandelson. Was talking to the Chicago Council on Global Affairs. He said, quote, I've made a big pitch for the first Super Bowl outside of the U.S. to take place in Britain. So it's just an assumption now that there's going to be a Super Bowl outside of the U.S. He's saying when that happens, not if it happens, but when it happens, it better be in Britain. He said, I want that Super Bowl in Britain. I don't care when it takes place, but I want it announced while I'm ambassador. We love it. We love it. Yeah, cool. I want the Premier League to play like a third of their games in the U.S. Let's do that.
Would you go to the Super Bowl if it was in London?
Dude, I wouldn't. The only way I would go to a Super Bowl is if the Browns are in it. Because otherwise.
So if the Browns was in the Super Bowl and it was in London, you would go to London.
I would do everything I could to get there because I don't know when they're going to get back. But I'm saying, no, I mean, ask any Browns fan. It's just once before I die. All Browns fans that I know, the motto is once before I die. Just get to it. We've never even been, let alone to win one, right? Like, of course I'd love to go. But what I'm saying is that I don't have a desire to go unless I was working for this job and they said, hey, you're going to go broadcast in the Super Bowl. All right, I'll go. But like, I have no big desire to spend thousands of dollars to sit in terrible seats to watch two teams that I probably hate and then see all the dumbest fans. Like, the people who go to Super Bowls half the time, half those seats or more are filled with people that are like on corporate junkets that are getting the tickets from, they're like, oh yeah, who's our guy at quarterback? Yeah, give me a beer. And they're not even paying attention. They don't know the team. They're not the diehards. I want to go to a game with the diehards. That's why I'd rather go to a regular NFL game. AFC Championship game. Awesome. That's still like real football. AFC Championship weekend is the last real weekend of football we get, because the Super Bowl week is a whole, those 2 weeks are another beast. That's an entertainment product. It doesn't even feel like actual football when you watch that game because there's so many pauses. The commercials take more precedence than the game sometimes. I would only want to go to a Super Bowl if my team is in it. That's it.
You know, you bring up a very interesting point. If the Browns go to the Super Bowl, I think that would be a sold-out event. Like, I think it would be dominated by the Browns.
Oh, I thought Super Bowls were sold out anyway.
No. Like sold out as far as like Cleveland. Like usually it's like half and half.
No.
This is like going to be all brown and over.
Half of Cleveland would have new mortgages on their house. Like, there would be people who would be mortgaging everything they have to go see the Browns in a Super Bowl. You're right. Unless the opponent is someone, I don't even know.
I don't care. I don't
know who it is. Right. Almost any opponent you can think of.
Jacksonville, Texans,
those are AFC teams, but
oh yeah, I guess they won't be in it. Who on the NFC?
Well, all right, if the Cowboys were in it, their fans would also be, I'm sure, like,
yeah, that's fair.
Don't get me wrong.
That's fair.
If the Packers were there, their fans would want to be there, but Packers fans are like, we've been there, done that. You know what I mean? Like, they're not the way Browns fans would be selling off their children to go to these games. Like, that's a whole different thing.
There's really no team in the NFC, I think, that's like tortured, because like all the Buffalo is like another one that I feel like their fan base, if they went to Super Bowl. Too. But yeah, exactly. They're in the AFC too. But I mean, going back to the original point of our guy, Peter Mandelson.
Yeah.
The British ambassador.
That's right. Yeah.
Don't you think that putting the Super Bowl outside the U.S. is something exactly like the NFL would do? Like, they already.
Oh, of course they would.
So,
yes.
Oh my goodness, if they paying, yes.
So why is he so in the wrong to advocate for his country to be the one that gets it? I mean, if they're going to put it in Europe somewhere, what better place than London?
All right,
I don't have an issue with that at all. I'm just saying, like, it's just like kind of crazy.
Super Bowl in Wembley seems like the most logical non-U.S. stadium to host a Super Bowl.
Fair enough on the point of Roger Goodell is mostly responsible for this because he has thrown it out there. He bats his eyes all the time at other countries and says maybe someday we'll come there. So yeah, you're right. England's hosted how many NFL games now? Probably dozens of games. You're right that it's probably not presumptive for them to say when this happens. I'm just pointing out, like, I'm trying to think of, that's like, there's no good comparison, right? But imagine an American ambassador to France being like, yeah, so anyway, Tour de France, that'd be cool. Let's do it in Cleveland. They got hills. Like, could you imagine how the French would be like, how dare you? You can't Tour de France. They'd be mad because it's like how presumptive that is to say your big event that your country is known for, let's rip it out of there and put it over here. See how absurd that sounds? But it doesn't with the Super Bowl because Roger Goodell has essentially said, I am a whore for whatever money some European country will throw at me. I will put a game there because they know they can't max the game out anymore here. They've already maxed out. The ratings are through the roof. The interest is as high as it'll ever get. There's only so many people in the United States. They need to take it global. And I get they feel like they have to do it. But all these other leagues are trying to go global. Tour de France wants to be watched in the U.S. They're not going to put the Tour de France in Pittsburgh. Like, what are we talking about? At some point, you should have a standard that says, sorry, the Super Bowl gets to stay in the country where the sport is played. I think that's fairly reasonable, don't you?
I feel like it's a perfect recipe, though, because the NFL does try to be global. They already do have games on foreign soil, and they're the only big league that I can think of that has their big championship game on a neutral field. So it just makes... It's like the perfect recipe for it. It makes sense.
I know. I get
what you're saying, but like, it's like, the NFL, this is what they're trying to do. They are open about trying to expand overseas, and what better way to expand and try to get an audience than put your biggest game somewhere else.
Yes. I know that everything you're saying is right. I also know that I don't have to like it. Like you can also tell me, hey, gas costs $4 a gallon. It's like, I know that. I don't have to like it, though. Just because it's happening doesn't mean it's my favorite thing. The Browns are setting themselves up very nicely next year in the draft. We'll talk about it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, we are so closely monitoring a crash all the way over on the east side this morning, actually by Buckeye Lake, 40 at Jacksontown Road Southeast, right along 70. Do expect some lane closures in both directions. Still not noticing any major delays or slowdowns because of this crash, though. So some good news for your Wednesday commute. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
And we're back talking all things connectivity with Spectrum customers Kev and Melissa. So tell us, how long have you been with Spectrum, and how important is a reliable internet connection?
We've been Spectrum customers since we moved 12 years ago. The first thing we did is sign up for Spectrum Internet.
You get a lease, you get Wi-Fi.
Yes,
immediately.
We need that. We had Spectrum Wi-Fi before our couch got here.
That's true. That's a true story.
I'll sleep on the floor, but I won't go to bed with no internet.
You heard it here. Switch to Spectrum now.
Road trip. This summer at Tire Discounters, your tires are your passport to savings, because you're driving to Paris,
Texas,
then it's off to Rome,
Georgia,
and you'll be kissing the Blarney Stone in Dublin,
Ohio.
Right now, save up to $404 when you buy 4 tires, and that includes a free alignment and oil change. Stop at Tire Discounters before you see the world.
Bob Yoakum, president of Rockford Homes, explains why he banks with First Bank of Central Ohio.
Anytime you're dealing with a local bank, it's about being able to pick up the phone and talk to real people. That is a huge pro. You know, when you get into these bigger banks, that doesn't happen.
Experience what it's like to be first at First Bank of Central Ohio. Visit fbcentralohio.com for more details. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
One of the things I had decided when I started the company was we were going to build the best window possible. We were going to give the best service possible, and I think we've accomplished that. Our reputation is built on taking care of people and building a great window and then taking care of it afterwards. It's just a darn good window.
See for yourself. Visit RosatiWindows.com.
When it comes to protecting your business, whether it's your staff, property, or assets, don't make a crucial mistake by contracting companies that provide subpar and unprofessional service. What you need is a security partner known for their unwavering professionalism and unnatural liability. You need Event Risk. Event Risk is a U.S.-based, veteran-owned company that not only specializes in on-site guarding, but also offers armed security associates and executive protection agents. Event Risk, elite protection for your peace of mind.
Hello, my name is Eric Rose, CEO and founder of Event Risk Security Services. We are a U.S.-based, veteran-owned company providing protection services and consulting to Fortune 500 corporations, movie studios, celebrities, and high-net-worth individuals. If you're tired of fluff margins with low compensation for poor-quality security officers and the endless revolving door of vendor staffing, then give us a try. For virtually the same cost, we can then address what keeps you up at night.
Visit EventRiskInc.com.
Hey Central Ohio, it's Andrew from Home Team Solutions, and yes, we buy houses for cash the easy way. We've been buying houses for over 20 years and we've seen it all. Whether you've inherited a property, you're behind on payments, the house needs work, or just want to avoid the hassle of listing, we've got you covered. No repairs, no clean out, no stress, just a fair cash offer and you pick the closing date. We've helped hundreds of homeowners sell fast and hassle-free, and we're proud to have 5-star reviews all across Central Ohio and an A+ rating with the BBB. If you're ready to sell your house the easy way, call Home Team Solutions at 614-962-SELL. That's 614-962-7355, or visit us online at selltohometeam.com. Home Team Solutions, local, trusted, and family-owned. Again, that's 614-962-SELL. 614-962-7355 or selltohometeam.com.
The following is a paid advertisement for the Wellness Company.
Hey there, it's Michelle Smallman from Unsportsmanlike. I'm thrilled to be joined by Dr. Drew from the Wellness Company. And Dr. Drew, you have something very exciting to talk about today, the medical emergency kit. Tell us a little bit about this.
It is exciting. Look, I have been fighting to try to protect the patient-physician relationship my entire career, and we have lost. I finally decided I need to be involved with people that put the power back in the patient directly. These emergency kits give you everything you need so you don't have to spend $1,200 going to an emergency room. And we have a significant medical team, the medical board at TWC, and we just sat down and put together what we would want for our family, for our patients.
Oh my gosh, so anything that anyone could need is in this.
And there's a guidebook here to tell you exactly how to use it, and again, telehealth backup.
It's remarkable. It's innovative. Everyone needs to get one. UrgentCareKit.com/sports, promo code sports to get $50 off your kit. That's UrgentCareKit.com/sports, promo code sports.
Prescription required. Always consult your doctor to determine if this product is right for you.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The Cleveland Guardians came into last night's game not having scored in their last 3 contests. Yesterday, they scored 3 runs in the first inning versus the Tampa Bay Rays, and it turns out that's all they needed as they went on to win 3-0. Guardians pitcher Parker Messick pitched 7 scoreless innings in just his second major league start. Cleveland will play the rubber match against Tampa at 1:10 today. And the Cincinnati Reds are still on a West Coast road trip. They fell to the Dodgers 6-3 in L.A. The Redlegs will play one more game in the Pacific time zone before coming back for our home series with the St. Louis Cardinals this weekend. This update is sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Get started today with your 20-pound summer slim down. The results are fast, easy, and start your very first week. Awaken180weightloss.com. Breaking sports news when it happens right here on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
In terms of the Waffle House menu, Tyvis covered and smothered his opponents. Meanwhile, T-Bone is a chunk of hash who's often covered in gravy. I'm not sure what that means either. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
Ask Tyvis anything coming up 7:30. You can tweet us at Bone and Tyvis 971 or hop in the YouTube chat and put your questions there. Just go to 971 The Fan on YouTube and then click on T-Bone and Tyvis. You will be in the YouTube chat. Shout out to Muggsy's Acoustic Leaper, my guy. Rusty is in there. Heron is in there. The Michigan Man. Eric, thanks for checking in. Lots more as well. We appreciate you guys listening.
I can't believe Muggsy funny for bringing up this Cracker Barrel story. Cracker Barrel changed their logo, got a backlash, and changed it back. Like this is insane. This is insane to me.
I had no concept of this until a few days ago when Baker was like, "Did you see Cracker Barrel changed their logo?" And I didn't know there was something attached to it other than every corporate entity now is going away from logos that have cool, unique, different designs, and they're all going to like the most boring font on a flat background because it's easier to print, it's easier to scale, it's easier to make it small or big. And so when I saw Cracker Barrel change the logo, I'm like, oh, yeah, they're doing what everybody else does.
I didn't. And
then I found out there was a whole thing of like, oh, you voted this way? Then you must really be mad about this. Or you voted that way? Then you must love this.
They said that they lost, like, they stocks dropped a lot because of the change of the logo. That to me is hilarious.
They took the cracker and the barrel out of the logo. What are you thinking?
I have to tell you, I was not prepared for the fact that like a few days ago, I didn't know we might get into like the Civil War Part 2 because a dumb restaurant with crap on the walls and a tchotchke souvenir store changed their logo. I had no idea we were in for this.
You would think that they'd have changed the recipe or something.
Well, I'll tell you what, this might upset some people out there because they need to change the recipe because Cracker Barrel is overrated and has no flavor.
Dude,
it's a lot. My grandparents were shunning you.
Listen, that's fine.
Something like that.
Every time I've gone to Cracker Barrel, I've regretted it.
Yes.
And wished I could have gone somewhere else.
Same.
And I say that as someone who they do a sawmill gravy, I believe is what they call their sausage gravy there. and it tastes like it has sawdust in it. I have never enjoyed it. So
I haven't been to Cracker Barrel in years. I enjoyed it every time I went. So.
Well, now the only times we've been in the last 10 years have been when we were traveling and we're like, what is there at this exit? Everyone's hungry. Oh, they have a Cracker Barrel. Well, I guess they'll have a bathroom then. And we go in there and then we end up eating them.
So how long
and
was
I regret it.
How long was the logo? So let me get this right.
Like 3 days. Maybe not even. Yeah.
So they went up there and took the logo down, put the new one up, and has since then gone back up there and put the old one back up there.
That is interesting if like actual physical signage had to be put up and taken down. I don't think it got to that point.
It never even got there. They just unveiled it online and they said they were going to like, I guess some of the restaurants they are updating to make them look more modern, which
doesn't that take away from the charm that is the Cracker Barrel?
Well, yeah, because the food's definitely not why you're going. It must be for the ambiance and the rocking chairs out front.
My own mother could be like, "Hey, it's my birthday and I want to go to Cracker Barrel," and I'll be like, "Sorry, Mom, busy that day.
That's messed up.
Can't make it.
That's messed up.
Got plans."
Yeah, man, I want flavor in my food. I'm glad that you.
I haven't been in so long. Like I feel like it wasn't that bad.
I am not a fan.
Well, on your way to Cleveland, you can get some on 3637.
It is one. It's one right on my exit when I get off the highway.
Let me be very clear. I don't go, so I don't have an opinion on what the hell the logo looks like because I don't go. So like, if that's a thing that matters for me, I could care less. If Taco Bell tomorrow changed it to like a pair of legs and dong hanging from it, and that's Taco Bell, I'd still go. Like, I don't care because it's Taco Bell and I like Taco Bell. Taco Bell End, I guess, if that's what they want to call it. Fine. I'm just telling you, I'd still go to Taco Bell because I like the food. The logo doesn't matter to me, but apparently with Cracker Barrel, it does because the food is mid to bad. So you have to have other things to be excited about. So I'm just saying, I don't go, so I don't really have an opinion on whether that logo should have changed, shouldn't have changed. Doesn't matter to me. I'm not going.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm more of a scramblers or first watch type of guy, but I will try Cracker Barrel.
You mean places where they make food with flavor? Yeah.
I gotta go see. I gotta go check it out now. It's been that long that I gotta go remind myself.
That's fine. I mean, shout out to Cracker Barrel. If you want to send some food over to change our minds, tell us how we're wrong.
They put the cracker and the barrel. Dylan lost his mind,
It is actually former R&B artist and pop artist Uncle Cracker who is actually going to be on it now. So that's a new change. So that is good. We're excited for Uncle Cracker Barrel to be there. It's going to be fun. All right. So the Browns, of course, traded Kenny Pickett earlier this week to the Raiders. They got a 5th-round pick. I saw Adam Schefter laid out the amount of picks that the Browns now have in 2026, and this is good. The Browns have 2 first-round picks. So remember, they got the Jacksonville pick when they traded away their 2nd pick this year so that the Jags could go get Travis Hunter. So they have that pick and their own. They have a 2nd, a 3rd, a 4th. Now they have 2 5ths. They also have 2 6ths and a 7th. It's not like mind-boggling stuff, right? But there's still time. The whole season is left in front of you and an off season. There's theoretically a chance that if the Browns are bad this year, they could trade off other assets and get maybe a 3rd-round pick, maybe a 4th-round pick, and add to this already good haul. Let me have this as a Browns fan. I'm not going to a Super Bowl this year. There's nothing. This is my Super Bowl. The draft is where I get excited.
Why?
Because Tyvis, you
don't know what is going to. Seasons are funny.
Tyvis.
Seasons are funny. That's all I'm going to say.
Do you legitimately, right now, if I said today, next week I think we're going to do our NFL preview. If I said today we're going to do it, pick your Super Bowl teams. Are the Browns even on your top 6 teams that you would have in the NFL? 10 teams that you would have with a legitimate shot to make the Super Bowl.
No, but that's what makes the season exciting. I would love for them to come out there and shock me.
You're right.
It happens all the time. Well, I ain't going to say it happens all the time, but it happens.
The Browns?
No, I'm talking about teams that went from bad to good. Like the Commanders did it last year.
Right. What was one of the driving forces behind why they were good? What did they find that they didn't have previously last year?
The quarterback?
Oh, yeah. They found a good young quarterback.
Joe Flacco was good the last time he was quarterbacking here. Until they got to the playoffs. Through 2 back-to-back pick sixes.
No. every Browns fan needs to acknowledge this. What we're calling good from Joe Flacco. Yes, there were some games that were objectively good.
I mean, he threw for over 300 yards dang near in every game he played.
Okay. What I'm saying is that was shockingly good. It was exceedingly great. It was beyond your expectations because the man had previously been sitting on his couch, hopped up, went into an NFL game, and suddenly looked functional and good again. That is very different. Those expectations are very different than now. People believe he's going to be some savior of the Browns.
Oh, no.
Not you.
I'm about to say.
I'm saying there are a lot of fans out there who are like, we got Joe Flacco back. We're going to win 10 games just because of him. And I'm saying that's probably not realistic. I am saying I don't think he's going to turn you into a playoff team. One, because I just don't think he's going to stay healthy all year. But two, because I know he will have 3 or 4 games where he will absolutely blow up. And then when that happens, the fan base will be screaming for literally anyone else to come in and play quarterback. So, no, I'm saying the Browns win 8 games this year. That'll be a surprise to me. I think they're a 5 to 7 win team at best. I don't see a lot of improvement here. And that's why next year the draft is what I'm excited about, because maybe we'll have some good luck there. Maybe we'll find our quarterback then. I don't think you're going to find him on this roster.
I just realized how jealous I am of Tyvis, because like that childhood innocence that you still somehow have to just be like, hey, guys, they can still do it. Come on, guys. They can do it.
I'm an optimistic person.
I think I lost that when I was like 9 years old, and you still have it as like a 30-year-old man. So I'm jealous of you, Tyvis, for having so much hope and optimism in your sports franchise.
It is worth noting. It is worth noting what happened in year 9 for you. Because you moved here because your mom was in the towers on 9/11, and then you moved out here. So I'm just saying, like, yeah, your optimism probably did get killed at 9 when that was like, oh, we have to leave my childhood home now.
That's fair.
Because of one of the largest terrorist attacks in the history of the world. So
that has something to do with, but still, I admire Tyvis for being so.
I do too.
Childlike optimism. Him and all the other kids in Cleveland think the Browns are going to do well this year.
I'll say this, Tyvis, I'm not mocking you.
Neither am I.
You are.
You have nothing to mock.
I'm saying you've cultivated a positivity that is hard to do in this day and age, in the world we live in the sports world we live in. It's hard to remain optimistic. So I admire the fact that you've done that, my friend. I don't know how you have. I have not worked that hard to cultivate anywhere near that level of hope, so don't have it. At least not when it comes to the Browns.
When the Browns go 8-9, y'all gonna be like, man, okay, because y'all don't even see them winning 5.
Tyvis, if they go 8-9, I'll be very happy. I'll be glad to be wrong, but I have to give my opinion as I see it, and right now I just don't see it. A team that I'm more optimistic about, go figure, because they actually have rewarded me over the years for that optimism. The Ohio State Buckeyes. Ryan Day talked to the media yesterday. You'll hear what he had to say ahead of the Texas game. Next, it's T-Bone and Tyvis on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good Wednesday morning to you. Well, for folks over on the west side, we are still noticing some slowdowns out there because of a disabled vehicle. This is all happening 70 eastbound at Hilliard Rome Road. A right shoulder still blocked this morning. Travel times not too good here at 18 miles per hour. The car still on scene. Again, that right shoulder is currently blocked. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
On Jackpocket, America's #1 lottery app. New customers opt in and get a free lottery ticket. Download the app and start ordering lottery tickets today. Use code VOCAL. That's code VOCAL on Jackpocket. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 18 or older. Jackpocket is a lottery courier and not affiliated with the Ohio Lottery. Opt in for $5 in non-withdrawable lottery credits that expire in 168 hours. Terms at jkpt.co/draw5.
Is there anything better than a college football Saturday? Not if you're at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Join the Fan for watch parties for the games this season. Oh, you got to check out the display case of amazing autographed prizes you can win. It's beautiful. 2 massive TV walls to watch the national champs. Watch and place wagers with over 30 kiosks. Contests, prizes, and live shows. Must be 21 or older to enter. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Our clients deserve for us to care, and they deserve to feel serviced. They have questions, and they deserve answers. We're counselors first because I'm not selling them anything. I'm trying to teach clients how to protect themselves. At Curtis & Associates, we're personal injury attorneys. We've helped and continue to help hundreds and hundreds of clients every year. That's important to us. If you've been injured in an accident and it's not your fault, call now. 614-GOT-HURT. That's 614-GOT-HURT. Curtis & Associates. Attorneys who care.
Busy schedule? This is Ryan Krieger, and Krieger Ford has you covered. Krieger Ford offers pickup and delivery, or our mobile service van will come right to you. It's fast, easy, and hassle-free. Schedule your appointment today only at KriegerFord.com.
Stanley spent his life in the saddle, wrangling whatever life threw at him. But nothing prepared him for the fight against low T and ED. Shane practically hunched him over. Bonbon pills just gave him a headache. He begged for a lifeline.
Well, maybe it's over.
Columbus Men's Clinic said no. Medical conditions, old age, there's hope. This is about real treatments. Science, not one-size-fits-all guesswork. Columbus Men's Clinic was designed for men who hate going to the doctor. Personalized plans, cutting-edge treatments, overseen by an actual medical provider that takes the time to listen. With low T and ED treatments others only dream about, we fight like hell to get you back in the saddle. Because every second you wait, your condition could worsen. Act now. Don't let time slip away. Dial 614-300-7400 or go to columbusmensclinic.com. Your consultation is only $99, including blood work. And you'll know your T level before you leave. Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen.
Rothman and Ice.
When you have a star player, you commit to him and you worry about everything down the road. You do everything you can to capitalize on this window of time that you have.
Rothman and Ice. Weekdays at noon.
Sponsored by Pella Columbus.
The Fan.
Heading back to school, we are stronger together. Educators and parents on a mission to make sure our public school students have what they need to succeed. We are excited together, ready to make this the best school year yet. We are better together. I'm Ohio Education Association President Jeff Wensing, asking you to stand with OEA for the great public schools Ohio students deserve. We are stronger together this school year because public education matters.
Proper tree care is an investment that can lead to increased personal enjoyment. Prevent winter tree damage by scheduling winter tree work now. Winter can be tough on trees. Heavy snow, ice, and wind can cause serious damage. Don't wait until it's too late. Now is the perfect time to schedule winter tree work. Pruning during the dormant season keeps your trees healthy and helps prevent costly storm damage. Visit trees4ohio.org to find a qualified arborist near you. That's trees4ohio.org. Let's keep your trees strong all winter long.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Don't forget that light jacket or sweater this morning. Feeling like fall with wake-up temperatures in the mid to upper 40s to low 50s across central Ohio. For the afternoon, a lot more sunshine in the forecast and a little bit warmer with temperatures in the mid 70s. And then for tonight, partly cloudy with our lows down in the mid to low 50s. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfolo with your 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
T-Bone and Tyvis is sponsored by Prime Sports. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit online at primesportsbook.com.
Two men, one appendix. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
Of course, the game against Texas coming up, Ohio State, Texas, Saturday. Big noon kickoff, which, of course, you can hear right here on The Fan. All of our pregame coverage starting early that morning. We will have it all for you live on campus. We'll be out Friday doing stuff. So, yeah, it's all happening. I feel like yesterday with all the Portnoy crap, it actually like burned a day of anticipation where a lot of people were weighing in on that. There was all that drama. And then I looked up and go, oh, man, if we just had another controversy like that, that'll get us right to kickoff. It's kind of what I need.
For some odd reason, it seems like it's this week going kind of slow to me. Like, I'm ready to get to Saturday so we can kick this thing off. I'm almost now happy it's more noon game, like, so I don't have to wait that long.
You are in the minority on that, my friend.
I know, but
everybody.
I wish it was a night game, but I'm almost happy that it's a noon, so like it can get here and I can get to football sooner.
Yeah. One thing, real quick, I will say, I think it was Stuart Mandel. I want to say was one of the college football writers was asking genuinely. He said, "Why is it that Buckeye fans don't want the Michigan game to move to a night game, but they are so adamant that no other game should be played at noon and all that stuff?"
Tradition.
Well, one thing is, I don't know that every Buckeye fan is locked in that the Michigan game needs to stay at noon.
Some people wouldn't take it at night.
Yeah, but generally speaking, if someone is genuinely wanting that question, the answer is yes. Like you said, tradition on the Michigan game, by and large. Play that at noon. It's cold typically, so having it in the middle of the day, that's the warmest part of the day you're going to have, you know, but beyond that, I don't think this was a sentiment 3 years ago with this fan base. Do you?
What they didn't
that
like
noon games are terrible and we can never have one?
No, it's just they had didn't they have like 7 or 6 of them consecutively?
Yeah, and every big game the last few years has been at noon. And at some point, the fan base is just saying, can we get a big game at night or a few big games at night?
What's our night game? Is your OU, right?
I think so. It's the only one that I know of so far.
7:30 kick.
Right. Maybe there will be some other ones at some point, but we already are hearing rumblings that the Penn State game is probably going to be a noon game, right?
I mean, that's all but confirmed, I think.
Yeah. So unless you play a game out on the West Coast, that's a big game, right? Like those are going to be probably closer to the evening because they have to be. They're not playing at 9 a.m.
The only game they playing on the West Coast is Washington.
And UCLA comes here, right?
Yep.
And Oregon comes.
Washington.
We don't play Oregon.
Or we don't play Oregon. That's right. Yeah.
Washington feels like a prime time on Peacock game.
So they're going to do 2 back-to-back weeks on Peacock because OU is a Peacock game.
That very well could be. But I think that's where, and again, that's not here. So I think that's where a lot of fans' frustration clearly is it's not about noon games in and of themselves are bad. It's that one entity, Fox, has decided to say every big-time game that Ohio State has is going to be at noon.
What was the last big-time night game at the shoe?
That's a great question. The Tennessee game, but that doesn't count.
Well, no, the regular season game.
Yeah. I don't know the answer off that.
Baker just informed me that Penn State and Oregon play on the same night as Washington and Ohio State. So Washington and Ohio State probably 3:30 on CBS instead.
That would make sense. Yeah, probably. Yeah, it's the point being for people who genuinely are like, I don't understand why Ohio State fans have done this. I was there too last year where I said, when did we all just decide we hated noon games? I don't mind a night game, but I also noon games are for me something I grew up with. I'm fine with. I just know this. When you shove that down the throats of all these Ohio State fans for years and years and years, where suddenly it's like there's never a fun night game, never a huge night game atmosphere. Now you're getting the backlash to that, which is why there's the no noon games shirts everywhere, right? Because that's like a whole nother, that's a response to something that's out of balance. It's not that I think most Ohio State fans genuinely never want to see a noon game again. It's that we know there's going to be 5 of them built in every year. Can we have a few that are night games to balance that out? And the answer from Fox is no. So
I think balance is the key word you use there, because if we had all night games, then night games wouldn't be special, right? So It's like we got to get a good combination of both. And it seems like the past 2 or 3 years, it's been only noon games, especially when it comes to those big games.
Yeah, absolutely right. So this is a little bit from Ryan Day. He was talking about the differences between this game last year against Texas and the one that they're about to play on Saturday.
When you are late in the season and you're game 12 or 13, it's just very, very different. I mean, you've played games, you work through things, there's a rhythm, there's a Rolodex of plays. When you're into week 1, guys are doing it for the first time. And so that's very, very different. But you also got to find plays that work against what you're going up against. So again, that's what we're looking for here, and those are all the decisions that are being made and have been made. I feel good about the game plan in all 3 phases, and got to go put it on the field now.
I never thought about that, Tyvis, but like the differences between a game late in the season versus early in the season, you have so many other variables, right? I mean, that's the wrinkles to the game plan are something I hadn't really considered here. But how far along can you get the game plan before the season, right? Before you truly know, Julian's saying, can he do this? We think he can. He's done it in practice.
Yeah.
But like, we haven't seen it in a game yet. So can we really put this in and rely on it? How much of that goes into what Ryan Day's got to figure out, and the coaching staff?
I think that what you have to do is you go through this training camp and you find out, you put them in different situations. I think that's one of the things that Ohio State do better than a lot of other places is they put you in so many different situations that to see how you respond to it, to see what you can handle. So at a point in time over camp, they've given Julian Sang some plays and said, run this and go up against this look, and let's see if you can make the play. And if he's made the play, that's something that they bank. All right, we can put that in there. He's good with that. He's good. Maybe he's good rolling out to his left and throwing a crossbody. Okay, let's put that in the bank. He's good with handling that. Or if it's behind the sticks, if he's starting 2nd and 15, he does a really good job of getting half the yardage back and making it 3rd and manageable. So we're going to put these type of plays in there that can get that done. Like, that's kind of how you formulate your game plan. Also, you have to look at Texas and say, You have to go back to the Cotton Bowl and say, this is because nothing changed for them. I think they still got the same play callers on offense and the defense side of the ball to where we don't. So they're going to look back and say, okay, what are some of the things that this defense did to us? Oh, they did this to Jeremiah Smith. How do we counter that? Okay, we can draw this up, and this can be a counter to that. So when they show us that look, we know exactly what can work against those look. But mind you, Texas is thinking the same thing. Like, if you're smart, Texas is going to go back and say, all right, they did this. They're definitely going to come back to this play. Like, maybe Will Howard missed a read on something and somebody was wide open and they missed it. Well, they're definitely going to come back to that. So those are ways that game plans get formulated.
I'm finding that's the chess game that's going on here. Because it's not just what did we do last year. It's like, what do they think we're going to do this time? Yeah. And you have to guess what they think you're going to do. Mm-hmm. But then you outthink yourself sometimes. And, that's why they get paid millions of dollars to figure this out. And I don't have to. Ryan Day talked about what you could see from Texas, what the Buckeyes are planning to see from Texas.
Steve's a great play caller, always has been. And, I'm sure he has his method for doing that. Usually, most guys who are scripting games are trying to get the quarterback into a rhythm, so I'm sure they're going to want to do that with Arch, and then he's probably trying to identify what he's got out there, and different formations, different groupings, trying to ID what is going on in the field, and so it's usually a combination of those things. You want to move the ball, but you also want to get down the field and you want to score, and then also identify what's going on the field. What are you seeing? And I'm sure that'll be his plan. His scripts are very well known for having a lot of success. So we got to do a great job of recognizing what they're trying to do and get them on the ground.
It's so much backlash between should you script the first 15 or should you not script the first 15. Generally, a lot of play callers script their first 15 because they've watched tape, they've seen what the team is going to do, and they script the plays that they believe will be successful no matter what. And what happens also is when you script those first 15 plays, you get the sense of what the defense is doing. Like, how are they playing certain things? So now when you go off script, once the 15 plays is over, you go off script. Now it's, all right, I can make the adjustments because we did this intentionally to see how you was playing it. So this is the adjustment that we're going to make. So that's what goes into the I know people like, why do they just script the first 15? Like, that's why, because you trying to figure out, you think you have an idea of what the defense is doing, but you truly don't know until you go out there and go up against it and say, okay, they're playing it this way. We're going to come back to this play, but we're going to tweak it like this to have some success.
I mean, it seems like there's a science to play calling too, where, like you said, there's trial and error, where you can control your first 15 plays. Yeah, you don't have. That's one less variable to worry about. And if you run those plays and you're pretty confident in what they should do, and then you see their defense's response to it, that's probably easier to figure out than if on the fly you're coming up with every single play for the first 15. Right. And then you're trying to say, oh, wait, how did they counter that? What are they doing? Now you kind of, know what to expect when you script your first 15 plays, and you probably have a thought on this is what they're going to do to counter that. Yeah. And if they do it, then you go, great, we understand what they're doing.
If it goes the way that you thought, you should probably end that possession in a touchdown.
Yeah, but if it doesn't, then you go, oh, wow, that's interesting. When we did this, they did that. But you don't have to be thinking about your half of that.
Yeah, because you know what you call. You're like, I know what I'm doing, but I just wanted to see what you was going to do. Now I know, all right, now when we get to the third or fourth quarter, I done made my adjustments. Now let's go ahead and go. That's why they always say Ohio State is an unbelievable second half team, because once you got in that locker room and they was able to draw it up on that board for you to see it and tell you what the adjustments was, boom, now there's nothing they can do.
You can tweet us at Bone and Tyvis 971. That is the place to go for Ask Tyvis. Anything, put your questions in now. We will do those in 2 minutes. Also in the YouTube chat, 971 The Fan on YouTube. Click on T-Bone and Tyvis. Put your question there. We'll be back in 2 minutes with Ask Tyvis Anything next. It's Bone and Tyvis on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, the roads are looking a little bit busier out there for your Wednesday morning commute. New Albany, if you're taking 161 heading eastbound, looking a little bit busier by Beach Road this morning. Reynoldsburg, 70 westbound heading into the city, noticing some slowdowns there, but still Pickerington, Canal, Winchester, looking at you guys. If you're taking 33 westbound heading into Columbus this morning, certain portions, especially by Gender Road, looking really slow out there. 14 miles per hour for your travel times this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Your fantasy draft is here. The Smack Talk is starting, and this season, ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sports book for sports fans. Download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
You ever get decision paralysis, like figuring out what to watch or what to eat? Well, the same applies if you're hiring. It can be overwhelming to have too many candidates to sort through. But with ZipRecruiter, you can proactively find the best ones quickly. How? Through their innovative resume database. ZipRecruiter's resume database uses advanced filtering to quickly hone in on top candidates for your roles. See someone who stands out? You can unlock their contact info instantly. Try it free at ZipRecruiter.com/USL. That's ZipRecruiter.com/USL.
Great Lakes Hyundai. The savings are so good.
Now at Great Lakes Hyundai of Dublin, lease 2 Elantras for $200. That's right, lease 2 new 2025 Elantra SEs for just $200 a month for 24 months. Both your new Elantras come with complimentary Hyundai maintenance with free oil changes and tire rotations for your entire lease. GLakesHyundai of Dublin.com with approved credit, $39.99 down per unit plus taxes, fees, first month payment, 10K miles per year in time due.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
When Tyvis looks at Bone, he sees the future. Bald, fat, white. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Coming up, 8:15, we are going to break down our college football preview. We'll do who we think is going to make the playoffs, how we think the Buckeyes are going to do this season. Maybe even get into who's going to win the national championship and the Heisman and everything else. All that and more coming up at 8:15. At 8 o'clock, your questions are answered in the huddle, NFL stuff. So we've got a packed show for the rest of the way. But now, we're going to be finding out what is on Tyvis's mind.
Get to know your resident national champion. It's time for Ask Tyvis Anything.
All right, Chris G starts us off today from the YouTube chat. He says, good morning, go to hell. Tyvis, how real are halftime adjustments for players? Is it just go inside, go pee, and sniff some salt? What's real there?
So you get into halftime, yes, you don't sniff the salt just yet. You might got to go to the bathroom. They come out with the orange peels or they come out with the cinnamon Pop-Tarts. And then
cinnamon Pop-Tarts?
You know, the brown sugar cinnamon Pop-Tarts.
Very familiar.
They got the Uncrustables. And then they got like the Gatorade, like little gummy, chewy things.
All right.
So you got them. Like they come out with this big spread.
So sugar, essentially, is what they come out with.
Yes, they come out with this big spread. So you might grab you an orange peel and the Pop-Tart, you know what I'm saying? And then the coach comes in and you split up. You split up offense, defense. The defensive coordinator, so for us in college, Coach Fick and Coach Ash would come running. Well, Coach Fick was on the sideline. Coach Ash would be running down from the press box, and they get up on the whiteboard and say, listen, this is what they're doing. When they do this, this is what we have to do. So, like, they'll change up all the things that that they seen the success. So they take the most successful plays that the team that we was playing, and they would put them up on the board and show you how we're countering it going into the second half. Yeah. Because offense coordinators like to come back to things that they had success with. So that was very helpful for a lot of the team. And when we got to the second half, you nipped it in the bud. But before you go down on kickoff or kick return, then you hit the smelling salt.
Oh. There you go. Jamie said, who is the biggest trash talker that you ever faced? College, pro, high school? Does anybody stand out to you?
Professionally, a guy that talked some good trash was Jarvis Landry. I played him in Miami. He talked some good trash.
Okay.
In college, I can't think of nobody in college.
What was the trash talk like in the Michigan game? I'm always curious of how that
that was just choice words. That was just threatening your manhood and stuff like that. Okay. That was that type of talk.
Was there a lot of research done on your part? Because I know you would like to research where the moms were sitting and all that stuff.
No, I didn't need to, because, like, for one, they weren't that big of. The only trash talk like that ever happened was the 13 game where the big fight happened. Like that was game. They was talking cash money. I was like, oh my goodness! Like they had some words for you, and they was backing it up. So it was like it went all game because they was actually having some success. All the other games we was winning, so it wasn't really a lot to say.
Joe said, how much is the team's confidence affected by a change in quarterback and or coordinators? Never thought of that. Good question, Joe.
The confidence of the team, let's see. It depends on who the quarterback is, going into the game. Like, for the most part. So I'll give you a couple examples. When we went from Braxton to Kenny, because Braxton got hurt. Like Kenny was a guy who everybody loved. Like he was like the ultimate teammate. So
smooth jazz, Kenny guy.
Yeah, Kenny G. So when you seen Kenny, it was like that's my homie. Like Kenny, like it was an excitement. Like Kenny in the game, we kick it off the field. Like that's my guy. So like that was that. Like when you talk about like Cardell and JT, it was like Cardell was the homie that everybody loved. JT was the guy that was like, but we getting up and down the field. So like that type of thing. So like there is no down or no waiver of confidence in the quarterback. Like it's like, all right, we got a chance. We're going to go out here and whoever it is, we're going to go out here and make plays. So yeah, that's how it was.
Joe says, Tyvis, Bone probably has, but have you ever had candied bacon?
I have.
And
I have had candied bacon. It is it's really good.
It is really good.
It's sweet.
You know when it's great? It's on a donut. A maple cream-filled donut.
Yeah, I'm not. It's not. It's that Tyvis and donuts and bacon is never going to go together.
It should. It's great.
I'm sorry.
You had the one we brought in here.
It was. I didn't like it.
Oh my gosh,
I didn't like it.
How dare you? I want to fight you.
I took the bacon off and ate it, and then that was good.
Yeah.
Why didn't you come put the bacon in my mouth after you took it off your donut?
Yeah, that's right.
I didn't know you did that.
Then y'all gave me the one with the most bacon on it too. Like that's just excessive.
Chris said, is Bobby Carpenter going to fight Dave Portnoy? I hope so.
I tell you what, my money is on Bobby for sure.
100%.
And if Slagle anywhere around, I'll give Slagle go finish the job.
Yeah, that's right. So let's see. What else do I have here? Rusty said, are you disappointed that Kenny Pickett won't be added to the jersey of Brown's starting quarterbacks with all the names on the back? That's too bad. There's a missed opportunity there.
I can't wait till we actually can nip that jersey in the bud. Like I'm sick of it. It's like it's to the ground by now.
Didn't it feel like with Baker? It felt like we're getting close, because Baker started for a few. The Baker was like the first guy in decades to start and finish an entire season.
Was he not? True. Derek Anderson.
I was going to say Pro Bowler Derek Anderson.
Okay. Right. And then who else beyond him? That's what I'm saying. And Derek Anderson was what, in 2007?
7 or 8, something like that.
And then Baker did it like 10 or 12 years after that. I'm saying it was a long time between when you'd had just a guy start and finish the season and start all your games. Like that's rare for the Browns. So yeah, it would be nice, you're right, to find the guy and have him start and play all the games and just be your guy for, like Joe Burrow would be like that type of where you just expect no matter what that guy's going to play as long as he's healthy.
We could get a Joe Burrow, boy, man.
Yeah, everybody's saying that, I guess. And finally, Trent says, where can I get an Amazon Fire Stick, allegedly? You're the plug, man. You're the hookup for everybody now.
If you serious, I allegedly may have his contact information. Shoot me a direct message, and I will allegedly give you his contact info.
That conversation needs to go down in the DMs.
Yeah, that's right. Also, Timmy Hall just jumped in the YouTube chat. Shout out to Timmy. He said, Tyvis, can I see your beautiful head of hair, please? Timmy, you had it out, and then you put your hood on.
Well, it was getting cold in here.
Yeah.
The thing is, they'll see it because I got to go do the coaches show after the show.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're a busy man these days. By the way, Timmy Hall tweeted something earlier today that infuriated me because I got up this morning and it was 48 degrees out, and I went ugh, because I don't anything under 50. I'm not a fan of. And Timmy lives for like under 50. That's his wheelhouse. So then he tweeted and was like, glorious. Yay. No more 90 degrees. 90s can shove it. And I'm like,
It's August still.
I don't. Yeah, he's like my wife. My wife's like, yes, the temperature's dropping. It's getting cold. It's fall weather, and I'm just like, man, yeah, okay.
You know why people say that? It's because they in their heads go, fall is near. We're going to get fall. We're going to get autumn.
You know what fall means for me outside of football season?
What does it mean?
It's time for me to spend money on gifts because October is my anniversary, November is my wife's birthday, and Christmas is after that. It's just money being spent.
We have 2 birthdays in September. Our anniversary's in December, and then obviously we have Christmas and all that stuff. Yeah, so I'm with you on that. The other thing is, I just want to remind people, just like spring, we get fall. The fall that you're thinking of is about maybe 4 or 5 days. We get 4 or 5 days of 55 is a high, 38 is a low, sunny, crisp air, maybe a few clouds, and the trees are all golden and, yellow and red and purple. And then after about a week of that, it's 38 for a high, 31 for a low, freezing rain in the mornings, first 8 months. And everything's brown and gross. So I just want to remind people, don't wish away your summer, because once that goes, fall is going to be here for about 6 days, and then we're going to be in the cold, dreary winter for 8 months, and I'm just not ready for it.
Will you do the Timmy Hall and eat a ghost pepper on air?
Yeah, I'd do that. I'm not worried about it.
Did you see his reaction?
I did see his reaction, and I'm built different.
Is he soft?
And that's fine.
He's soft.
I'm going to say he's soft. I know that those peppers are hot.
SOF capital T. Soft.
I once did the atomic wings at Quaker Steak and Lube.
I did the Reaper wings with Jason Priestis at BW. Woo! I bit it and a tear came down my eye. It was crazy.
So we were on a fundraiser for a radio station I used to work at that was listener supported, Radio U. Shout out to them. They had, as if we met a challenge, a fundraising goal, we had atomic wings and we had to eat 6 of them on the air.
6?
Each of us had to do that.
And you did it no problem, huh?
Well, no, I did it. And then no one brought in milk or any of the stuff that's supposed to help. They just had water for us. So then I had to do like another 30 minutes of call right now, send us your donations. You can go online, all that stuff for 30 minutes, no relief with my mouth on fire. So I'm saying, like, I've been there, done that. And I don't know about eating a straight pepper, but I have done pretty hot.
So ghost pepper ain't nothing to you, huh?
If we bring milk in, no, I'm not like Shaq where he ate the.
It's nothing to me. Omega Psi Phi till we die is nothing to me.
No, it would definitely. That was great. It would definitely affect me. But I'm saying if I had milk and everything, I would be all about. Like, yeah, I'd be fine. I'd get through it. I don't know if I'd run out of the studio like he did. That part was a little much. All right, a former NFL star is going to jail. Details next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, we had a disabled vehicle that cleared up over on the west side on 70 eastbound, but what didn't clear up are these backups here, especially over by that West Jefferson construction site. Again, 70 eastbound looking pretty slower than usual for this morning, looking at 13, 16, and even 55 miles per hour. So do note here, while it's pretty slow by that construction site, it does get a lot better as you're approaching the city this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Men, summertime is here. And that means vacations, summer barbecues, outdoor parties, camping, beaches, and so much more. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health. And if you're like many men, you may not be feeling like yourself this summer. Perhaps your energy is low and you aren't sleeping well. Maybe your workouts aren't as good as they used to be. And if what I'm describing is you, it's very likely you're suffering with low testosterone. But low T doesn't have to affect you anymore. Just call Tri-State Men's Health, get treated, and see how it changes your life. If you're like most men, you'll feel so much better. Deeper sleep, improved vitality and clarity, greater strength and energy, and an enhanced sex drive as well. So call us. Just $99 gets you a PSA and T-test and a medical consult. And if you start on testosterone the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654. That's 800-900-9654. Or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices across the tri-state area to serve you.
Coffee, iced cap, refreshers. Tim Hortons has all your favorite beverages. And now you can get your favorite bite for less. When you buy any size beverage, add a baked daily donut for $1, a tasty bagel for $2, or a freshly cracked hot breakfast sandwich for just $3. So next time you order your favorite Tim's beverage, add something that satisfies your cravings and your wallet. The $1, $2, $3 menu. Only at your neighborhood Tim Hortons. At participating U.S. restaurants, must ask for offer in restaurant. Tax extra exclusions and terms apply.
The Kids Mental Health Foundation, founded by Nationwide Children's Hospital, encourages grown-ups to teach kids mental health skills and coach them through emotional challenges because kids' mental health starts with us. Find free clinician-developed mental health tools at kidsmentalhealthfoundation.org. Did you know Byers Airport Subaru is the oldest Subaru retailer in the entire country? And just like a veteran quarterback, we've been delivering winning drives for generations, right here by the airport. During the Subaru A Lot to Love event, trade in your car for a new 2025 Subaru Outback for 0% for up to 36 months. Kick off your next adventure at columbussubaru.com. Subject to credit approval. Financing offer term up to 36 months on 2025 Subaru Outback. Cannot be combined with any other incentive. See dealer for details. Offer ends 9/2/25.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. And if you're gearing up for the big game, don't forget the MVP of desserts, Sanders Chocolate Fudge Bumpy Cake. This legendary treat just made its way to Ohio. Finally! We're talking rich devil's food cake, buttery cream bumps, and a fudge icing that is just unfair. They'd throw a flag on it if it was actually on the field. Bring one to your next tailgate, watch party, or even a team celebration, and you'll be the real hero. Available now at Kroger and Meijer, Sanders Bumpy Cake. It's game day greatness.
Dormar, your pilot hero.
When your furnace or air conditioner is broke, we come out that same day. Dormar, home the Tin Man.
What's the best way to make sure you don't miss any of your favorite fan shows? Oh no. Download the Fan app, silly.
Ah, damn it, I knew that.
App Store, Google Play, or just scream right at your phone. Psst, you can also listen to Buckeye games. Do it now.
This college football moment is brought to you by ServPro.
College football teams have moments they recovered from and made it like it never even happened. For instance, on September 21st, 2019, UCLA trailed Washington State 49-17 with under 7 minutes left in the third quarter. From that point forward, the Bruins erased that 32-point deficit, outscoring the Cougars 50-14 to win 67-63.
ServPro, like it never even happened.
A SoFi personal loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible, overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right. Pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi personal loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
Want to know anything about the fans' contests, how to win, or what's up for grabs? Check out 971thefan.com. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Both of these men love the Browns. Also, both of these men hate the Browns. If you know, you know. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
Top of the hour, 8 o'clock, we are going to do the huddle. Dylan will ask us all the pertinent questions of the NFL, and we will give you our answers. 8:15, we're going right into our preview, college football preview. Who we think is going to make the playoffs? How do we think the Buckeyes are going to do? Heisman Trophy winner, all the above. That's coming up in the 8 o'clock hour. But I saw this story last night. Jay Cutler cited for a DUI in Tennessee where he resides. He is apparently, I don't know if this is his first one or whatever. It was egregious enough, or maybe he's had multiple. But either way, apparently he's getting his license suspended for a year because of this. And he's going to have to serve 4 days in jail. Now, one, that's just, Jay Cutler going to jail. I guess that's not a total shock when you get a DUI. That is a possibility. But the other part of this I saw was that he can serve the 4 days, they said, anytime between now and the end of the year, which, one, I didn't know you could do that. Like, I thought when you went to jail, they just said, go to jail. Here's the time you report, and here's when you're out. 4 days or 4 years. I mean, I didn't think you could pick how you do this.
People go to jail for the weekend all the time.
I was telling you off the air, I had no idea that was a thing until a few months ago. One of my buddies was telling me about that, where in his past, he had an issue where he had to go to jail for like 30 days. Mm-hmm. And he said, yeah, so rather than do 30 days all at once, I had to work. So I did Friday through Sunday. 10 different weekends.
Isn't that crazy?
I had no idea.
Tell your boss, I'm like, yeah, we're going out for tonight for drinks. You like, I gotta go to jail. I gotta go to
So T-Bone, I don't think you have enough problematic friends, and
No,
that's
apparently
why
not.
you didn't know this, because I also knew this from not personal experience, but people close to me having to deal.
No,
with this.
I have lived a sheltered life clearly, because I had no idea that like you could defer, like your jail time could be served on the weekends or when it's convenient for you. And I also, this raises an interesting question, at least in my mind. Jay Cutler has 4 days to serve. Now, that seems like a pretty easy decision to me. I would go into jail on Monday and be out by Friday. Like, that's how I would do that if it were me. However, Jay Cutler may be different. Maybe he would say, you know what? I can only take 1 day at a time in jail. Is it an 8-hour day or is it 24 hours? How does this work? That's the other part of this I don't understand. Is it an hour time or is it just you have to be there for the majority of 4 days? Either way, I think I would want to get it all done at once, then get out of there. But he could theoretically, I guess, go and serve like one weekend this weekend and then do one next weekend, I guess.
I don't think prisons abide by business hours, so I would imagine that like if you go to jail for 3 days, you have to spend 72 hours in there.
Yeah, right. I figure they're open 24/7 from what I understand. Like the Waffle House in that way. Never close. Right. I have no idea. I didn't know that was even an option that you could take. So I don't know though. If I had to do Tyvis, you had to do 30 days. Right?
I just do the 30.
See, that's where I am too.
I just do 30.
Well, my buddy told me that, and he was like 10 weeks of 3 days a week going to jail. I said, no, that's almost, well, not half the year. It's a quarter of the year, but to
the fact that I don't have a ton of PTO, I'd have to do the weekend. So, yeah, actually, I had to just do the weekend. It can't be during the fall. I'll tell you that. It had to be, I had to get it done before the fall comes.
They didn't have that on any of the PTO I've ever looked at where it's like reason and it's like, personal illness or a family event, jail.
But I would be the opposite. I would be looking at my calendar. I'd be like, oh, next Thursday, I have nothing going on. That could be one of the days that I spend in jail.
Actually, I would be looking the totally opposite way. I would say, oh, when's the big meeting here at work that's going to be 3 hours of nope, I'm going to go to jail. There's so many times I would have opted for jail as opposed to meeting.
Take a PTO day.
Yeah.
I'm going to jail
Sorry, I can't. I got to do my jail. Yeah, I could also see that you may have obligations with people where you've like committed to something and now you don't feel like going through with it. Sorry, I can't. I forgot I have to go to jail that day.
Let me answer this.
It's a great excuse. Who's going to argue that?
Let me answer this question. Richard Carter in the chat asked, what's going on with Quinshon Judkins? He said, what's the news on Quinshon Judkins possibly returning to the Buckeyes? I don't think he's going back to college at all. Like that.
Yeah, there's that whole storyline.
Yeah, that's just Mike Florio doing. They did the same thing with Shamar Stewart. Like, they're not going back to college, especially as a running back. You're not going to put another year of damage on your body when you're trying to get to the NFL. And he was already a second-round pick, so I don't think that's ever going to be the case. I think the holdup is a lot of people think it's the NFL suspension, trying to see if they're going to suspend him or not. I don't think that's necessarily the holdup with the Browns signing him, because if he signs with the Browns and the NFL suspend him, they're not paying him. Like, if he gets suspended for 6 games, you don't get paid for those 6 weeks. So that has nothing to do with it. I think that they're still caught up in the guaranteed money part, because remember, the reason he didn't sign is because
second round picks started
getting guaranteed money, and they didn't do that for him. So he probably wanted that. And the Browns had all the leverage in the world until they signed Isaiah Bond and gave him a fully guaranteed contract for 3 years. So now the advantage went back to Quinshon, where he's like,
because Isaiah Bond,
I just went second round pick. Yeah. Carson Schlesinger got a fully guaranteed contract. This guy was an undrafted guy, and you gave him a fully guaranteed contract. Why would I take anything less?
Yeah, that's fair. The Browns argument. I'm also wondering too how much of it wouldn't come down to, all right, maybe we'll give you fully guaranteed. However, there's going to be these other stipulations in the contract that previously we weren't going to put in there, but now we feel like we have to because of this new situation. I guarantee you there is anything they would put in that contract is going to be, if you run into any problems again like this, if there's any accusations against you, everything goes null and void. You know what I mean? Like they have the leverage to do stuff like that too now, as long as it's something that's approved through the CBA. But yeah, Florio does this all the time. He does this with the draft too, where he goes, technically, you don't have to go where you're drafted. And it's like, you don't. You could fight a legal battle. You could go to court over it. You could say, I think this is an unjust system where I'm assigned a team. I should be able to pick my team. Florio every year wants NFL draft to be abolished and have free agency where guys just come out of college and pick where they go play. And that's a fine, like, theoretical argument to have. The NFL has sunk, I would say at this point, hundreds of millions, if not billions, into their draft apparatus. There's no way they are going to dismantle that or allow a player's legal challenge to dismantle that. They would fight that as hard as they would fight anything else. So Florio likes to do this in theory. A guy could go back into the draft. In theory, a guy could just choose where he goes to play. That's not reality. Most humans aren't going to do that, at least not with the motivations that, NFL players have at this point. All your NFL questions are answered next. We get to the huddle. It's T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Noticing a lot more congestion on the roads for your Wednesday morning commute. For folks over in Dublin, Powell, Worthington, we're looking at you. So 23 northbound, looking at 39 miles per hour for your drive times over there, especially over by Mount Ayr. That's pretty typical this time around, but right now, noticing something different. 270 eastbound, pretty slow this morning. No crashes over here, but again, a lot more people on the roads. 22 miles per hour for your drive time out there. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Keep your summer fun going in the family-sized Toyota Highlander or the bigger, more powerful Grand Highlander with 3 different powertrains and a full-size third row. Now through September 2nd, get a new 25 Highlander or Grand Highlander with 4.99 APR financing or 5.99 on new Highlander and Grand Highlander hybrids. Subject to approved credit through TFS. Plus, get 2 years no-cost maintenance included. For complete details, go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Earn 2% cash back on purchases and pay 0% APR on balance transfers for 15 months with a new Kemba Financial Credit Union Visa. That's more rewards and less interest. Apply at Kemba.org. For purchases and balance transfers made in the first 90 days, restrictions apply. APR equals annual percentage rate. Variable and subject to change. Equal opportunity lender expires 10/31/25.
When it comes to your roofing, siding, or gutter needs, call Newman Roofing. 614-NEW-ROOF. NewmanRoofing.com.
Right now in Washington, there's a fight going on to make life more affordable and bring back American jobs. Some play politics, and some want to get things done. Senator John Husted is cutting through the noise, putting Ohio first. The new tax bill delivers for working families and helps small businesses hire and grow right here in Ohio. Tell John Husted, keep fighting for Ohio families and small businesses. Paid for by Senate Opportunity Fund.
Imagine what it would feel like getting tackled head-on by a 240-pound linebacker. You'd be in serious pain, right? But if you're unbuckled in a car crash, at just 50 miles an hour, you become a deadly projectile that can slam into other passengers with 8 times that amount of force. Don't let someone else take the hit. Buckle up and visit buckleup.ohio.gov to learn more. Brought to you by ODOT and ODPS.
Hey, Ohio State fans. While others cut corners, like that team up north, Valvoline Instant Oil Change is Buckeye-level quality. We train hard and treat every day like game day. We're always quick, but never rushed. And you can stay in your car while our experts do the work. Valvoline Instant Oil Change is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Visit valvoline.com/Buckeyes to find your nearest location and access exclusive fan savings.
The dog days of summer are the best days to save at Coghlan Chevrolet. Lease a new 2026 Chevy Equinox, only $259 a month. New 2025 Silverado, lease for $359 a month. See our full inventory at CoghlanChevrolet.com. Together, let's drive.
Coghlan has the car for you.
36-month lease with $39.99 due at signing, plus tax, title, and license. 10,000 miles per year, 25 cents per mile over. See dealer for details. Ends 9/2/25.
Our double hung is as good as it gets. There's something really simple. It's called an interlock. We interlock our windows. The interlock is the absolute best way to alleviate air infiltration. With the interlock, it's harder to break into. When you interlock the sashes, it makes a better window. It's just a darn good window, and we're very proud of it.
Call Rizzotti today at 777-4806.
You hear that? That's the sound of Pepsi Zero Sugar, the better tasting, more refreshing zero sugar cola. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Let your taste decide.
The Columbus Zoo invites you to follow the footsteps and the tales of animals from around the world. Explore our newest region, North America Trek. So what are you waiting for? Get your tail to our trails only at your Columbus Zoo.
Care Heating and Cooling. Honest technicians, honest pricing. Call 1-800-COOLING.
Now that I'm a dad, I can't stop thinking about what would happen to my kids if something happened to me, like losing the house or not affording college.
Yeah, that used to keep me up at night too. It's why I finally got life insurance from Ethos. It's 100% online. No medical exams, just a few health questions. I got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day.
I never realized it was that simple. Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Rates may vary. Bill monthly. Sample rate 10-year term life policy for a 35-year-old healthy non-smoking male.
Gain a global perspective and specialized skills that many of today's top employers are seeking with an MBA from University of Maryland Global Campus. Study online and complete your degree in just 16 months for about $21K. Choose from MBA specializations in global business, marketing, HR, finance, and more. No application fee if you apply by September 3rd. Learn more at umgc.edu. That's umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The Cleveland Guardians came into last night's game not having scored in their last 3 contests. Yesterday, they scored 3 runs in the first inning versus the Tampa Bay Rays, and it turns out that's all they needed as they went on to win 3-0. Guardians pitcher Parker Messick pitched 7 scoreless innings in just his second major league start. Cleveland will play the rubber match against Tampa at 1:10 today. And the Cincinnati Reds are still on a West Coast road trip. They fell to the Dodgers 6-3 in L.A. The Redlegs will play one more game in the Pacific time zone before coming back for our home series with the St. Louis Cardinals this weekend. This update was sponsored by Dr. Mark Levy. If you're snoring and not sleeping, call Dr. Mark Levy's office at 1-800-MORE-SLEEP. That's 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or online at sleepbettercolumbus.com. Breaking sports news when it happens right here on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Tyvis Powell is a legendary Buckeye. T-Bone loves to eat Buckeyes. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
You can tweet the program at Bone and Tyvis 971. Also, don't forget, we have so much going on this week related to Ohio State. We are going to be out and about this weekend. We have got our season kickoff party Friday. We'll be hosting live shows from the fan stage at the O Patio and Pub from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Bishop and Friends, Rothman and Ice, Common Man and Timmy, all going to be out there. Plus, there will be a trivia contest hosted by Tito out there at 1 o'clock for OSU Texas tickets. Austin and Berm are going to be doing their Buckeye Chalk Talk live as well. Season kickoff party presented by Logan Services, but all of that is Friday, a couple days away. You probably already have the day off. If you haven't, take the day off. If you haven't, quit your job and go out there and get ready for Texas Friday with us. And then Saturday, of course, we'll have all the coverage for you right here on The Fan. All right, we have a bunch of questions that need to get answered in the world of the NFL. We're going to do that now with a little segment we call The Huddle.
The biggest questions in the NFL are answered right here. Welcome to The Huddle.
That's what I just said, voice guy. All right, Dylan, question number 1. Go ahead.
All right, so the Browns have named Joe Flacco the starting quarterback and Dylan Gabriel the backup. But which Browns quarterback will have the most starts for the team by season's end?
I think going off everything we've seen, probably Dylan Gabriel would be the logical choice.
That's where I am too.
I think that, like I said, I continue to say I give Joe 4 to 6 games. After that, I think Dylan Gabriel takes over for a good chunk of the season because they want to make sure. I mean, he is the 3rd round pick, so they want to give him all the opportunity in the world. And I hope, hopefully, probably by week, I don't know, 13, 14, maybe give Shedeur the last 3 or 4 games if they're out of playoff contention. Maybe that's how I think they look at it.
Yeah, I think Dylan Gabriel probably plays the most just because, again, I don't, even if Joe Flacco is playing so well that they say, well, we can't take the ball out of his hands right now, I can't disavow the fact that there's a chance he just being older as a player, his body doesn't hold up for the entire 17-game season. And I think that coupled with a desire to find out if Dylan Gabriel is something they can build around, will lead the Browns to start looking at that, especially if they aren't winning games right off the bat. But yeah, I tend to think Dylan Gabriel, like the most games I'm saying, it could be 8, which isn't even a majority of the season, but I could see him starting 8 and maybe Flacco starting 6 or 7 and the rest maybe if Shador gets in a little bit or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, I think Dylan Gabriel's the answer as well.
But if they're hovering around 500 around week 10, do you feel like they can't take Flacco out?
Right. I feel like they would probably be stuck there if they think they're a playoff team of keeping Flacco going. Do you see a scenario where he plays 17 games? For health reasons at this stage in his career, I think that's hard to fathom that he would be able to last 17 games.
Yeah, I just don't think he's going to make it 7. I just think he's going to fall off a cliff. That's just my personal opinion.
There's that. That's what we want, your personal opinion. Question number 2, Dylan.
Earlier this week, both the Washington Commanders and the Cincinnati Bengals ended holdouts with their star players, those being Terry McLaurin and Trey Hendrickson. Which team will have a more successful season?
I don't know. There's a part of me that just feels like the Commanders are going to go a little bit back from last year. Not that they're going to be bad. I think they're going to be in the playoff hunt, all that stuff. But I think the Bengals will have a better season than they had last year if that defense is improved at all. I feel like the Bengals are going to have the better year.
In our hearts, I think we want it to be Cincinnati because of Joe Burrow. I would love for it to be Cincinnati.
As a Browns fan, I do think
the Commanders, just when you think about who they are overall, offensively and defensively, I thought they got some really good players to where with Cincinnati, we always concerned about what that defense is going to be. And it's very hard to just flip it in 1 year like that, especially when you haven't addressed it in the offseason outside of a Shamar Stewart draft pick. So I think the Commanders probably will have a more successful season.
Question number 3.
Games missed for Micah Parsons, over under a half a game. What do you guys got?
I'm smashing the under. There's no way he's missing any games.
I tend to agree with you. As much as I think I can idealistically see why he would want to sit out, why he would want to make a point. He is at a stage in his career where he can certainly, from a monetary standpoint, he's got a lot of years left in the tank. You would think he could certainly afford to miss a few games to send a message. I just have, every time we think that's going to happen, it doesn't. And who knows, maybe he's different than that, but I think he will probably end up getting a deal done or just coming back and playing week 1, and that'll be that.
I see a lot of people making the comparison to the Emmitt Smith situation where Emmitt missed 2 games. I'm pretty sure the Cowboys lost them or split or something along those lines, and then Jerry went and pulled out his checkbook, and then all was well in Dallas after that. But I don't know what's going on here with Micah.
It just seems like what honestly happens with Jerry Jones a lot of times is he ends up writing the check anyway. So why? And he writes a bigger check than he would have if there wasn't any of this, if he would have just signed the player early. So if you're Micah Parsons, like, yeah, I could go play, and he'll still probably give me a huge deal. So, yeah, I just haven't seen it from Jerry Jones' side of things lately. Yeah, you're right. The example you're giving is from 25 plus years ago.
Right.
That's lately what Jerry Jones does is he overpays as soon as a guy starts to show any type of like, all right, I guess I'll come back. Then he'll overpay. So, question number 4.
Number 4, is there a dark horse playoff team that you guys like this season? Maybe one that didn't make it last year, like this year's Commanders, perhaps.
Oh, a team that I think has some potential. I'm not saying the whole team is built the same way the Commanders kind of got to last year, but there is a chance that young Cameron Ward has that dog in it. And here's why I say this. I was looking at some of the guys who got cut around the league yesterday. You go look at some of his teammates from that Miami squad. A lot of those dudes aren't on NFL rosters to start this season. And he got that team to be I don't want to say a borderline playoff team, but a very good team last year and a pretty good offense. A lot of their games, when you look at why they ended up losing, wasn't because they weren't scoring points, because they couldn't stop anybody. But he had that offense humming. I'm not comparing him to Cam Newton's run at Auburn, right? But, it does look like there might be a little bit to he didn't have a ton around him, and yet that offense was pretty good. So he's not – I'm just saying he might be better than we think even, given that he was the top player taken in the draft. That's pretty high expectations, but I think he could meet those.
I got 2, and I'm going off of strictly loyalty reasons. Seattle and the 49ers. The reason being for the 49ers is Kyle Shanahan really never has back-to-back bad seasons. You know, they have a bad season where they don't make the playoffs, and then the next year they go to the conference championship. So I expect them to turn it around. Yes, I know their situation with Brandon Ayuk. He started on the PUP, but you're getting CMC back. Ricky Pearsall was a draft pick that you took very high, and people thought highly of. So I think that they'll be fine on the offensive side of the ball because Kyle Shanahan is still a genius. And then when you talk about the Seahawks, I think that they take the next step for the simple fact that I think Sam Darnold is a better quarterback than Geno Smith. And I think that JSN is going to take it to the next level to be a true wide receiver one. I'm not saying Cooper Kupp is going to go back to the Triple Crown winner at all. I don't think that's going to be the case. But I think it gives them another valuable option to get the ball to. That rushing attack with Ken Walker and Charbonnet is really good. And defensively wise, I like their secondary. I think they do some great things there. And they do a really good job of blitzing, getting an open guy free. So I think they'll do it extremely well this year with getting pressure on quarterbacks, forcing them to make bad plays, and the defense take advantage of it.
Did you see, speaking of guys getting cut and different guys not making it, did you see all the Michigan dudes who got cut yesterday?
Oh, man.
Donovan Edwards, done. Jets let him go, despite I think he was leading them in rushing in the preseason. I don't know what that means because I don't know. I didn't look at the Jets preseason a ton. Maybe he was getting all kinds of snaps against third-string guys, but they decided they did not want him. Also, I saw that Drake Nugent, who went undrafted in 2024, but he was one of the guys who was a solid starter with Michigan on their offensive line. He ended up getting cut yesterday. The Chargers, Jim Harbaugh's team, they cut two guys, Carson Barnhart and Christopher Hinton. One of those guys, the offensive lineman, defensive lineman Christopher Hinton. Both those guys got cut yesterday. And then a couple guys who were a part of the Michigan offensive line as well. With Miami, they were down with the Dolphins. They cut a couple guys. So crazy. They're like the running back and most of the offensive line for the last couple of years, the Buckeyes couldn't stop.
You mean tell me when they had to actually study and know what the other team is doing without help, they struggled? I'm shocked.
I will tell you this. It does feel a little bit like the cheating that Jim Harbaugh and Sharon Moore engaged in, that got them their trophy they wanted. They all get the credit for winning a national championship. You didn't just cheat the sport. You cheated the guys on that team. Because what you didn't do is develop these guys into anything that could work in the NFL. And that's not the issue at Ohio State. You don't get gold pants for developing guys, right? But that's something that I know that Ryan Day and his staff can look at and say, hey, man, we get our guys to the NFL and they go play. There are a lot of dudes that made the roster for Ohio State yesterday.
How many people you say Jim Harbaugh cut from his own team?
Two Michigan men.
It's pretty messed up.
Yeah.
They did the opposite of developing Donovan Edwards. He was a 5-star running back.
I can't believe him, man.
There needs to be a case study in what the hell happened there. He was on the cover of the video game last year.
That's what happened right there.
No, that's it.
Who was the cover athletes last year? Him. It was him, Quinn, and was it Caleb?
Travis Hunter.
Well,
2 out of the 3 did bad. Well, Quinn Ewers was okay. He got hurt though. So
yeah. Well, I mean, his team was in the playoffs, doing pretty well.
Yeah.
But you're right. He was ouchie all year. Okay, come back next. College football preview. Who's going to make the playoffs? Who's going to win these conferences? All that and more coming up next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good Wednesday morning to you. We are noticing a couple of crashes out there on the roads this morning, starting off in the downtown scene. 670 westbound at 315 northbound. A right lane currently blocked out there. We're also noticing a crash over in Marysville this morning. Expect some lane closures on 33 West, just past Northwest Parkway because of another crash. To make sure folks are taking it nice and easy on the roads this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Hey, it's Bobby Carper, and Columbus football is back. And what better way to kick off the season than driving home in a tough, reliable 2024 Toyota Tacoma from Germain Toyota of Columbus. Right now, get 0% APR for up to 72 months with 20% down, or lease it for $239 a month for 36 months for 10,000 miles per year with $29.99 due at signing. Head to Germain Toyota of Columbus today on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road. Your home for great deals all season long.
This is This Date in Reds Baseball with team historian Greg Rhodes.
August 27th, 1976, Joe Morgan, the second baseman of the Big Red Machine, stole 2 bases. Well, nothing unusual about that. but he did them both on the same play. Morgan was on second and Johnny Bench on first when they attempted a double steal. The catcher realized he couldn't get Morgan at third, so he threw to second. But Bench was safe, and Morgan, who saw the throw to second base, just kept running around third and beat the return throw home. Officially, Joe was credited with a steal of third and awarded home on a fielder's choice. But the way I look at it, 2 stolen bases on the same play. This August 27, 1976, this date in Big Red Machine baseball.
This date in Reds baseball is brought to you by the Cincinnati Reds Hall of Fame and Museum, presented by Dinsmore. Celebrating greatness, preserving history, providing inspiration.
I'm back to doing what I love and more. Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Visit the Good Feet store today. Walk-ins are always welcome. Visit the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway near the Polaris Mall or on Stringtown Road at Grove City.
Get Eco. ECO. Aaron, what's your favorite holiday? Labor Day. No, really. What's your favorite holiday? Labor Day. Get Eco. ECO. Labor Day is when we celebrate the working people of America. Like plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians? Sure, but we're also celebrating nurses, police officers, office workers, firefighters, school teachers, landscapers, and those people who faithfully pick up our garbage on trash day. And waiters and waitresses? And car mechanics and... ECO. And daycare workers. We can't leave out daycare workers. Hooray for Labor Day! Jerry, when you look at working people, what do you see? I see the people who built America. I see love. Love? Love with its sleeves rolled up. Wow. Working people are the people who take care of everybody. Labor Day is when we celebrate the working people who built America and keep it strong. Happy Labor Day, everyone. Get Eco at geteco.com.
Dormar, you're kind of hero. In the old days when people lived to be 40, you only had one option for listening to your favorite show. But now, ooh, baby, radio, podcast, the Fan app, and YouTube, just to name a few, live or on demand. You have no excuses. The Fan.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is, fast for cash. Do you want to sell your property, however, you need a little help getting through the process? Let's say you have years of belongings in the home. It needs a lot of updating, you're overwhelmed, you might not be big on technology, and you may need help finding a place to go. I will help you. Maybe you've gone through a divorce or a bad breakup or a relative moved out. It's been hard, and you just want to take what you want and leave the rest behind. I will help you. Retiring and want to sell your commercial properties or land. I will help you. Sellers, whether you're selling as is or selling for top dollar, you're no longer alone. Visit us today at TurboTrackRealty.com or call me now for an all-cash offer and, more importantly, the help you need at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Don't forget that light jacket or sweater this morning. Feeling like fall with wake-up temperatures in the mid to upper 40s to low 50s across central Ohio. For the afternoon, a lot more sunshine in the forecast and a little bit warmer with temperatures in the mid 70s. And then for tonight, partly cloudy with our lows down in the mid to low 50s. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with your 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
T-Bone and Tyvis is sponsored by Prime Sports. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit online at primesportsbook.com.
Your home for football, food, and fun. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
You got a problem. Maybe the problem is in the bedroom. Maybe you are having trouble with something called erectile dysfunction. A lot of guys don't want to talk about it, but it's something that you need to get fixed. You want to have fixed. You want to have a better time in the bedroom. One of the things that people do is they go online because it's privacy of your own home. You go search up something, you find a little pill that's online, you get it sent to you. It doesn't end up working the way you thought it would. It's not really the experience you were looking for. That's because not every human body is the same. And that's why when you talk to my guys at Columbus Men's Clinic here in Columbus, you go into their office, it's a discreet meeting with a medical professional. They take care to understand what's going on with you and to find a solution that works for you, both with your body and with your wallet. $99, the initial consultation. Get all your blood work done. Find out what you need. They're not going to prescribe something for you that you don't need. They're going to find a solution for you. But that's why I trust the Columbus Men's Clinic for that type of stuff. You need to go check them out today. You can call them up, 614-300-7400. Again, that number, 614-300-7400, or go to columbusmensclinic.com. The consultation, including blood work, is just $99, and you'll get a solution that works for you. 614-300-7400 or columbusmensclinic.com. Don't put it off. Call them today. All right, are we ready? Talk a little college football?
Let's do it.
I feel like we should have had some music ready, but I don't. So in lieu of that, we'll just have Carl Lewis sing the national anthem. No, we won't. All right. So let's just go off with like playoff teams here initially. You want to just start naming off who we think is going to make the playoffs?
Yeah.
All right. My initial 4 I'm going to give you, making the first round, I have Clemson.
Mm-hmm.
I have Ohio State.
Okay.
I am going to go with Texas.
I got that.
And that 4th spot is kind of tricky for me.
Okay.
But I'm going to say Penn State.
Man, you got the exact same 4
Do we really?
You got the exact same Final 4 that I have. That's
not my Final 4. Those are my 1 seeds that I have like getting in.
Well,
I have them,
you can't have Ohio State and Penn State being like number 1 seeds.
Why not? Can I? Do they have to take 4 different conferences? You can take 2 from the same conference, can't you?
Can you do that?
Yeah, I think you can.
So they switched it this year where the conference championship just gets you the bye.
That gets you,
that gets you in, but not the bye.
Yeah, I don't think it gets you the bye, right? So yeah,
okay, I go with that.
There's some themes music for us.
There we go, perfect. Thank you. I like it, Dylan. Yeah, what do you? But you know what though, I can see those 4 making it all the way to being your Final 4 too. But let's go ahead and tell me what else you've got, Tyvis.
That I think making the playoffs.
Yeah,
I think Oregon makes it. I think Georgia makes it. I do think Bama makes it. And this is where it gets tricky. This is where it got tricky for me because it's like, did I believe in Notre Dame or LSU and Miami? Like that's where I was at. LSU and Miami. You know what? I'm gonna call me crazy. I'm gonna go with Miami.
You know, I don't think that's terrible.
I'm gonna go with Miami. Revenge of Carson Beck.
I guess I didn't give all of mine, so I'll go ahead and give mine too. The rest of my playoff teams I have LSU, I have Georgia,
mm-hmm.
I have Arizona State getting back in.
Okay,
I think they're.
I win Iowa State. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I've got Utah being a surprise and getting in there because if you go look at their schedule,
I'm not.
No.
See, you don't know how I feel about them.
You need to go look at Utah. That schedule is cake.
You don't know
all their tough games are at home.
I don't know.
That doesn't mean I don't like Utah.
No,
I don't care. I'm just saying I think they will have a very good shot of making these playoffs because I think they may be a 1 or no loss team.
2 teams from the Big 12 for you then.
Yeah, I'm going 2 teams from the Big 12.
If we go, I would go with K-State. I know they just lost to Iowa State, but I would go with K-State.
I have Oregon. I have Bama. And I'll give you another SEC team that I don't think enough people are talking about. You want to talk about easy schedules. Easy, relatively speaking. It's a good team. They got a good running back. They have a solid coach. The Missouri Tigers are going to shock you. They're going to have a good year this year. Their toughest games, they play South Carolina. They play Alabama. They play all those games at home. Like all their tough games that they have pretty much are at home. Their toughest road game, I want to say, is at Oklahoma, which is good, but I don't know that Oklahoma team is going to be anything. So I don't have Oklahoma making it. And I'm going to say Boise State gets back in. For round 2, they come back. That's my group of 5 winner. Dylan, what do you have?
I broke mine down in conferences, 4 from the Big 10, 4 from the SEC, and then 4 from all the other conferences.
All right.
So I have OSU, Penn State, Illinois, and Nebraska. Matt Rule in year 3. It's law that he has to win double-digit games. Okay, that's just the way it is.
Is it really?
That is wishful thinking.
So you have those 4 teams. No Oregon.
No Oregon.
Okay.
I don't like Dante Moore. That's
really
fair.
don't.
There's a lot of. I know that's a big question mark for them this
out
year.
of the SEC, I have Texas, LSU, Bama, and Georgia. Bama and Georgia is more based off of reputation than anything. I think that SEC is pretty crowded.
I think Bama's defense is going to be really good this year.
I wrestled with putting Bama in there, honestly, because I don't know that I believe in anything they're doing offensively.
You wishing for Kalen DeBoer to get fired. That's
I'm
what
not wishing for it. I'm just telling you, I think he's got an uphill battle this year to get them back in the playoffs. But all eyes are going to be on Bama. If they look, especially if they got left out last year, if that committee sees anything close to a playoff team, they're not leaving them out 2 years in a row. I don't think. So, yeah, I put them in. But I think they're still going to have a tough season.
And then out of the others, I have Clemson out of the ACC. I think Kansas State will bounce back and end up winning the Big 12. And then Boise and Notre Dame.
Okay. Yeah. Notre Dame, I think I left them out because I look at their schedule. I'm a schedule guy on this one, apparently, because I looked at their schedule and I thought, yeah, there's possibly 3 losses there for them.
Well, it seems like they have 4 tough games. Miami, Texas A&M are the 2 ones early in the season off the top of my head. But if they split those 4 ranked matchups they have, they're getting in the playoffs.
You know what? And that's fair, too, because one of the teams I looked at that said that's a tough game is Texas A&M. And what do I do every year with Texas A&M? What do we all do with Texas A&M every freaking year is we say Texas A&M is going to be a tough out. And then they lose 5 games, and we're like, oh, I guess they weren't as good as we thought. Because every damn year, that's them. What do they call them? Texas 8-4? That's probably going to be them again this year. But
their other ranked game they have on their schedule is Boise State. That's interesting.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They do.
And then they always play USC every year, which I think is rivalry game. You never know.
All right. For a Final Four, you already said you've got...
I got Clemson, Texas, Penn State, O State.
I feel like there's going to be someone that sneaks in there. God, I don't know if I believe in LSU because I don't really believe in Brian Kelly at all. And I think that that's valid. But I probably end up the same place. I end up with Clemson, Ohio State, Texas, and I think, Penn State. You know what? Maybe Penn State isn't in the top 4 initially. I should have said probably I'll take them out. Let's slide in Georgia in their place. But I do think Penn State will be good at the end of the year. And they'll probably make the Final Four there. And that'll be a hell of a matchup if that ends up being Ohio State and Penn State round 2. That could be quite a thing.
Or maybe round 3.
That's right, because they could play. Yeah, you're right. I forgot all about that. They're in the Big Ten championship game. You're right. That could be, God, that would be something. All right, what do you have, Dylan?
I'm ready for the crucifixion because I don't have Ohio State in my Final Four. I have Texas, Penn State, Clemson, and LSU in my Final Four. It's so hard to repeat, and they're going to have to play so many big games during the season. I think they're going to make the playoff, but I just don't think that they'll win a game or 2 and then be out by the Final Four, in my opinion.
You know, one, I'm sad to hear you doubt Ryan Day the way you are. No, but honestly, no. But to be fair, I don't think that's a totally wrong opinion. In fact, I was looking at the Ohio State schedule, and I know I have them in my top 4, and I have them doing all this stuff. There is a legitimate chance that Ohio State loses 2 games this year and still makes the playoffs and still has a chance to play for a championship and all that stuff. But, yeah, I mean, I won't be – Texas and Ohio State starting off the season like this, the reason no one's going to want to schedule these games going forward without some automatic qualifiers and all that crap is because if you lose this game, like Clemson and LSU are in the same boat. They're going to play week 1, and then if you lose one more game – throughout the season.
No, you're allowed to lose one more game.
That's it. And then you're pretty much so one team knows they're going to start off with only one more loss allowed. And I know everybody says we can't lose again. We want to be the best team in the country. Can't lose again, but that's how college football works. So someone's leaving this weekend. Multiple championship level teams are leaving this weekend with a very thin margin of error. So I don't think that's wrong to have the Buckeyes in that camp.
I kind of disagree with some of what you're saying because, okay, who was the biggest surprise last year was probably SMU, right?
Sure.
If SMU doesn't have that season, we're vowing for 3 teams in the SEC with 3 losses to get that final spot, probably. No. Bama, Ole Miss, and South Carolina. Those were the next teams out. I think a 3-loss team could get in this year, and I feel like people just dismiss it. Well, and I think it's definitely possible that a 3-loss team could get in the playoff, maybe a couple.
Don't get me wrong that it definitely could happen. I'm pointing out that 3-loss team means you are at the mercy of the playoff selection committee.
Right, as Alabama showed last year.
And the pressure ratchets up if you lose game 2. Then it becomes, and again, if Ohio State I don't want to think this way. I want to believe the Buckeyes are going to win. But let's say it's a close game and they lose this one to Texas. Then let's say they have a slip-up somewhere along the way or at, not at, but when they play Penn State, that Michigan game pressure, you don't think that pressure's already huge. Everybody knows the stakes going into that one. Now you have an opportunity in that one to, if that's your third loss, Ohio State is really behind the 8 ball to get back in. So, yeah, I'm just saying, I don't want to think that way, but I know it's realistic that you could see in Ohio State, any of these teams that we're talking about could easily get to 2 losses very quickly, especially the ones that have a huge first game on the schedule. All right, we'll come back. We'll tell you who's going to win it all. And maybe even who's going to win the Heisman. That'll come up next. T-Bone and Tyvis on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there, and welcome to your Wednesday. Well, if you're heading towards the downtown area this morning, want to make sure you take it slow and steady. That's because we are noticing a crash happening on 70 westbound, right at that 71 northbound and 40 intersection. Expect some lane closures out there. Travel times not too good either, 11 miles per hour, and not just by that crash site, but overall by that 70 and 33 intersection, just pretty slow this morning for a Wednesday commute. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Adam Schefter here with Vivid Seats live from the stands, and we've got a special update. Sources confirm fans using the Vivid Seats app are racking up rewards with every ticket and doing it fast. With an unbeatable lineup of seats and perks that go the distance, why use any other app for game day? Don't fumble this season. Grab your tickets through Vivid Seats, download their app, earn rewards, and as the official ticketing partner of ESPN, get $20 off your first $200 in-app purchase with code Schefter. That's code Schefter.
Don't sweat it. Call Care Heating and Cooling and we'll fix your air conditioner fast. 1-800-COOLING.
Here's 3 reasons to buy your Blue Jackets ticket plans for the 25-26 season. 1, pick your seat and pick your games. 2, plans start at just 11 games. 3, flexible payment plans. Act now. Visit BlueJackets.com/tickets.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
The only contraband hiding in Tyvis's butt cheeks is a Kit Kat bar. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Summer is about feeling your best. More energy, more times outdoor, more times with the ones you love. But erectile dysfunction can quietly steal that confidence and connection unless you do something about it. And that's what my guys at Tri-State Men's Health are here for. They have the treatments when the pills and the herbals fail. Their treatments have success rates well over 90%. Some of these treatments can even have you last an hour or more. There are 6 locations located in Ohio. 2 of them are in Columbus. 1 is in Hilliard. The other one is in Westerville. Schedule a consult with Tri-State Men's Health today. Your initial visit is $99 and includes a medical consult and licensed medical provider and a TMPSA test and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. They have an expert staff, and if you're like a lot of men, you could be having sex the day after your appointment. And we all love good sex. So call them today at 800-900-9654 or visit TriStateMen'sHealth.com.
So we're working our way through our college football preview for 2025 because I'm a big believer, we got to put it out there, right? We got to at least say how we're feeling because I don't want to get in halfway through the season and be like, I saw this coming, and then no one had any of that, and we never talked about it. But somehow, we made some predictions. So my team that I am going to the mat for this year, like I said, is Missouri to make the college football playoffs. Okay. If that happens, I will be insufferable. I just want you all to know. I will be letting you know because that is a boring-ass state. Columbia is a boring-ass city. I've been there. If they overcome all of that to make the playoffs, Eli Drinkwater, isn't that their head coach?
Drinkowitz.
That's right. Drinkwater. Who gives a crap? Whatever. Anyway, my guy. Anyway, Eli Drinkwitz, he's going to get it done. But if Missouri is great, you will hear from me. What's your team that do you have a team there that no one else is taking?
Team?
Do you have anybody in there that you're thinking of? I don't think you did, right?
Nah,
Most everybody was chalk.
I think mine is pretty, this ain't.
No hot takes needed here.
Dylan had the hot take that Ohio State's not going to make the Final Four of the playoffs.
That's not really a hot take.
No, it's a huge hot take.
My dark horse would be, I mentioned it, Nebraska.
Yeah, Nebraska, that's right.
Yeah, you lost your mind. You're out to lunch.
No,
you're out to
but you know what? But Dylan, if Nebraska does do that, you should let everyone know that you had that and you were right.
You mean Dylan Mahomes is going to actually show up?
Mini Mahomes.
That's right. Okay, so Final Four for me. I had Ohio State, Clemson, Penn State, and Texas. You had the same, right, Tyvis?
Final Four, Clemson, Texas, Penn State, and Ohio State.
Okay. I have Ohio State and Clemson matching up together.
I do too.
That's just because I think we want this.
No, that's just because if it became to the Final Four, that's how it would be, because they don't want Ohio State to play Texas.
No, they wouldn't.
And they don't want Ohio State to play Penn State either.
No, they'd want to save that for the end if they could.
Right.
And I have Penn State, Texas in the other matchup, which you do too. I have Ohio State beating Clemson. And then
I got Clemson beating Ohio State, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Looks like I'm the only one who really believes in the Buckeyes around here, apparently. I'm the only one here who doesn't hate Ryan Day, I guess. Said, got a couple Dave Portnoys sitting here, and then me. Guess I'm doing what I can. Anyway.
That's just the homer in you. I'm trying to do this from an unbiased
That's good.
mindset.
That's what you should do. Ohio State, I have winning that. Penn State and Texas. I have Texas winning that matchup for a rematch of the game you're going to watch this weekend for the national championship. Ohio State and Texas round 2. And who do you think I have winning that game?
Texas.
No, Arch Manning's going to get 3 helmets cracked. All their fat players are going to come out running around with no shirts on for some stupid reason, even though it's in a dome. And Ohio State will win, just like they did against Tennessee. Back to back, baby. Let's go.
I got Penn State versus Clemson in the championship game, and I got Clemson winning it.
Thank God you didn't say Drew Aller is going to win a national championship, because that one,
no.
Dylan, you have no Ohio State in yours. Who do you have? What's your scenario you've got?
Well, my Final Four was Texas and LSU, and then Penn State and Clemson. Then I have Texas and Clemson in the national championship game. And give me Clemson.
Wow.
What? Yes.
Wow.
To win the Natty.
Over Arch Manning?
Archie.
Wow.
Archibald Charles Manning? You going to take Clemson? Wow.
Yes. Can I say, we need to pause here and just mention that the return of, it appears, Dabo Swinney to the chat is highly disturbing. And I don't like that development. I don't like that I picked him to be in that, mix all year long. I don't like that he has a Heisman favorite level quarterback.
They got a lot of players returning.
I know they do.
If you look at my national championship, I went with the teams that's got the most production returning.
That's fair.
And that's if you go off of just the last couple of championships, that's what's been winning. So
yeah, I think Arch gets to the game, wins the stiff arm trophy, but Cade Klubnik, him too,
you
gets
think
the big
win
trophy.
The Heisman, man.
Listen, he's an Arch fan. He's Arch fanning over there. He's ready to go. He's all in. He's a Dylan Manning is what his last name is.
He out of his mind.
Dylan Taylor Swift Manning is what they're calling him. He is.
Will you get a 16 jersey?
Manning,
isn't he 16?
Manning-like throwing ability. Michael Vick legs.
Okay,
come on.
Let's just calm down on that.
He can move
got a little bit, but I don't know.
We need to cut his mic off.
Speaking of the Arch Manning phenomenon, I mean, I do think he will be at the ceremony in New York. I think he will have a very good year. Obviously, if I think the Texas is going to make it to the Final Four, I think they're going to make the championship game. He will obviously be a big part of that. So I could see him being at the final. I have Clemson going to the playoffs, so I could see Cade Klubnik making it to the Heisman final.
Yeah.
I'm going to put Jeremiah Love in the mix. I don't think the running back from Notre Dame gets enough love, no pun intended. He's real. He was good last year. I think he's going to have another phenomenal year. I don't think Notre Dame's going to be as good as they were last year, but I do think he will be awesome, and he'll have a lot of highlight-worthy moments, and he'll, a running back for Notre Dame that does well will get plenty of attention. And then how about this? A guy that I'm going to throw in the mix as a dark horse Heisman candidate. Go find him on your whatever site you like to bet now. Ahmad Hardy from Missouri. I'm telling you, Missouri's got a dude. This dude, he transferred in from Louisiana Monroe. He's a workhorse. They're going to give him the ball a ton.
So he's running back.
Run the ball. Yeah, he's a running back, and he's going to run the ball for a lot of yards. And I think you are going to be surprised at how good that guy is. He's not going to win the Heisman, but what I like to do is I like to put my bets in early on down the road candidates where it's like for Heisman or for MVP of the league. I like to put them in early on a dark horse, and then they have a couple games. People are surprised. Money starts coming in. And what does the betting site do? They hit you up with a cash out because they're like, oh, man, if you hit this, you could win thousands of dollars. We're going to give you a cash out now because this dude's doing well. I did this with Travis Hunter 2 years ago. Right when I put Travis Hunter money in 2 years ago. First couple weeks of the season, he went off. Everybody was like, whoa, two-way player at Colorado. Who knew this was a thing? And I did. And then I got like a $50 cash out on a $5 bet, and then he got hurt, and then it didn't end up happening. And I made money though. I'm just telling you, that's a little gambling advice from me to you. Look for a dark horse that you think is going to shoot up quickly, get some cash out options, and get out of there, and then let it sort out. I'm telling you, that's my pick.
Like the sports gambling version of day trading.
So neither one, so neither one of y'all picked the greatest wide receiver in Ohio State history to win the Heisman.
Here's why.
Jeremiah Smith.
I would love to pick him. I feel like there is
You don't trust Julian?
No, it's not that. I feel like there's a wide receiver bias. I feel like there is an anti-wide receiver bias.
What you mean? Devontae Smith just won it.
And he will be the last guy for another 10 years because they just don't want
to. Travis Hunter?
He was a two-way player. It's different.
That's fair.
I'm saying you are not going to see a true wide receiver win it again at least until 2030. I would be shocked unless Jeremiah Smith next year, if he has another year like he did last year, and then next year has an even better year than that, then maybe. But they're not going to give it to him this year. I'd be shocked.
I went with Lenore Sellers.
There you go.
I mean, it's a guy who's going to go up against some pretty good competition over in the SEC. He's got the SEC bias. He can run, so that gives you more rushing yards with his legs, and he's got the big arm. I think he'll throw a lot of touchdowns. Plus, look at this. Look at this.
They're showing him right now on ESPN.
I just talked him up. But yeah, I think Lenore Sellers.
That's a dude who's got some wheels, and he can go between. I told you. I think he's got a little Tebow-esqueness to him. I'm not saying he's the new Tim Tebow, but he's Tebow-esque.
If he gets them to the SEC title game,
he'll be in the conversation.
It's a
for
wrap.
Sure.
I think it's the year of the CWB for the quarterbacks, Tyvis. Sorry. Klubnik, Nussmeier, Aller, Manning.
Look at
one
that.
of those guys
You
probably
know
win the
what?
Heisman.
You know what leads you? We had something going when Cracker Barrel took the people off. But now that they put them back on there, you might be right. That's fate telling me right now what it is.
Yeah, it's okay. All right, maybe. All right, I think we got a good enough version. You know what? Ignore all of our advice. Do what you want to do because we're probably going to be wrong. But there you go. That's we put it on the record at least. We're on the record how we feel. And I tell you what, if Missouri loses 2 games in a row, I'm going to be despondent because I've put a lot into that one, and that's wrong. That's going to suck for me. All right. We will do some crosstalk with Bo Bishop. We will get you some buzzer stories next. It's T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there, and welcome to your Wednesday. Well, if you're heading towards the downtown area this morning, want to make sure you take it slow and steady. That's because we are noticing a crash happening on 70 westbound, right at that 71 northbound and 40 intersection. Expect some lane closures out there. Travel times not too good either, at 11 miles per hour, and not just by that crash site, but overall by that 70 and 33 intersection, just pretty slow this morning for a Wednesday commute. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Working your way through that honey-do list? That means more flushes, more showers, more fiddling with the thermostat. Trust the pros at the Waterworks with your plumbing and drain cleanings and repairs and all your heating and cooling needs. Our certified pros can repair or replace your furnace or air conditioner. Clogs? Call the Waterworks. Drain cleaning? Call the Waterworks. Plumbing issues? Call the Waterworks. Furnace repairs? Call the Waterworks. The Waterworks, trusted neighborhood plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling experts.
Coffee, iced cap, refreshers. Tim Hortons has all your favorite beverages. And now you can get your favorite bite for less. When you buy any size beverage, add a baked daily donut for $1, a tasty bagel for $2, or a freshly cracked hot breakfast sandwich for just $3. So next time you order your favorite Tim's beverage, add something that satisfies your cravings and your wallet. The $1, $2, $3 menu. Only at your neighborhood Tim Hortons. At participating U.S. restaurants, must ask for offer in restaurant. Tax extra exclusions and terms apply.
Keep your summer fun going at Toyota's National Sales Event. Now through September 2nd, get 1.99 APR financing on a powerful new 25 Tundra or $3,000 customer cash. Excludes TRD Pro. Or you can lease a new well-equipped 25 Tundra SR Crew Max for just $419 a month for 36 months with $39.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Let me ask you something. Is your money doing everything it can for you?
I don't know. How would I know?
Is it automatically saving for special events and keeping you posted on its progress? Like at Huntington Bank?
Oh, no.
Is it tracking your spending so you can make the best choices at the mall?
Nope.
Or setting limits on your teenager's debit card?
Definitely not.
Then it could certainly be doing more.
Yeah, sure sounds like it.
Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
Buckeyes, the 2025 football season is here, and that means three things: football, game day, and smooth Jameson whiskey. Whether you're catching the game at home, at your neighborhood bar, or soaking up the team spirit at a tailgate, Jameson Ginger and Lime and Ohio State Athletics are a winning combo. So cheers to making game days even better with the official whiskey of the fans. Jameson, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Taste responsibly. Jameson Irish Whiskey, product of Ireland. 40% alcohol by volume, 80 proof. Copyright 2025, imported by John Jameson Import Company, New York, New York.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
How many different ways can you consume morning juice? Let's see. Live on YouTube, live on the Fans HD3, podcast on demand, and on 10 TV Plus. And we'll send Bobby right to your house.
Weekday mornings from 6 to 8.
The Fan.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Weston Air Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Every time Tyvis laughs, take a drink. Just kidding. You'd be dead in 30 seconds. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
You know, something else that I'm laughing about is my hair. I'll be real. Hair loss is something a lot of guys deal with, but we don't really talk about it. I wanted to get ahead of it, and Caps was the place that I trusted. Their reputation is strong, the team is experienced, and the whole vibe is modern, professional, and zero pressure. NeoGraph was comfortable, low maintenance, and it fit right into my busy schedule without slowing me down. I'm already seeing signs of progress, so much that I took all my hats and I threw them off the bridge into the Olentangy River. I don't need them anymore. More men need to know taking care of yourself isn't extra, it's normal, and Caps gets that. Visit Caps today at experiencecaps.com.
Threw him into the river. I didn't know you were
I don't
that.
need them.
Wow.
Don't need them, and another guy that don't need them. It's the wonderful Bo Bishop.
Hello, Bo.
You did not throw them in any river.
Threw them in the river, Bo. Gone.
All those new eras?
Gone.
He also said
all those 5950s?
Gone.
He burned the boats, is what he did.
That's right.
Burned the hats and burned the boats, and everything's done. He's back. He's fully here with hair. Bo, I thought of you this morning because I know how you feel about a spring, right? When we had little to no spring this year, and today I woke up, it was 48 out as I got in the car. And it reminded me, how do you feel about fall? Because I am of the opinion we don't get fall. We get like a week and a half of fall, maybe if we're lucky. And then we have the same problem we kind of have in the spring where we get summer up until about mid-October, then a week of what we consider like fall weather, and then right into 38 and rain for like the next 6 months.
So, it's well documented how I feel about spring. And waiting for summer. I think and I've been blessed to live in a lot of different places. I think September and October in Ohio are my favorite 2 months of any place I've ever lived. I think they're undefeated. It's a little chill now, and my concern is up because I don't need winter October 14th. But this is stunning. Like 70 degrees, 60. I mean, it's just perfection. Like windows open, all of those things. So I'm all for whatever we're doing right now. It seems like it's coming a little early, but I'm all for it.
I just feel like we're going to get. Sorry, Tyvis. I feel like we're going to get a week of 90s out of nowhere in mid-September, and that always throws me because I'm with you. I wouldn't mind a flannel in a warm cider month, but I don't feel like we ever get the full month.
Is that November now?
Yeah, right.
We really haven't had like a brutal winter. I mean, it feels like winter now starts like January.
It kind of does.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it snowed on Christmas in a couple of years.
No, I don't.
If you're talking snow, yes, but I do feel like my typical winter experience is when we get outside and it's like, oh, freezing rain, 31. Be careful on the roads. That's where I get annoyed, and that is what I think most of the winter experience is for me.
I think you two are not just enjoying life enough because everybody knows the best month in Ohio is February.
February?
Good luck with that.
You know why? Super Bowl is in February. It's a day of
what does
showing
that have to do with Ohio?
Listen,
they don't play the Super Bowl in other states?
Listen,
they just played in Ohio.
I'm trying to tell you all the good things about the month of February. Outside of the fact that it's Black History Month.
Well, that,
throw that out there.
That's good. I agree with that.
We got the Super Bowl. You get to show love and affection to your lover on Valentine's Day.
I don't need one day to do it.
The 16th is probably a national holiday because it's Tyvis Powell's birthday.
Oh, okay. There it is.
Which sometimes fall into President's Day, so you get the day off on Tyvis' birthday. That's like my gift to y'all.
Or you could just use your PTO on your birthday like a normal person.
Who uses PTO on their birthday? That's like some high school stuff.
I'll tell you this, and Fish isn't here today, right? God bless him.
No.
There is somebody who you all know who made it a deal that in their contract they're off on their birthday every year. And if I told you the name, it would defy all logic and common sense.
Panama Ted.
No, that would be fine. He's a lovely. He's got a great attitude. And he's a great human. This is someone who walks around kind of half pissed all the time.
Yeah.
And the idea that they take their birthday off every year would blow your mind.
Oh yeah. I mean,
I'll text it to you. I don't want to out it.
That's fine. That's fine. I'll tell you though, like usually what happens, or at least over the years, August is a time where we end up getting one final weekend right before everything goes. And my birthday is August 14th. So a lot of times I am off on my birthday, but I'm not really like, it's not like it has to happen. It's
Mine's March 29th, and it always lines up with the kids' spring break.
Oh, there you go.
So I end up being off anyway, but it's not a plan. Like I'm a man, I don't care about it.
Right.
It's just a day. Like I'm past it.
That's kind of how it goes here too. Agreed. So Dave Portnoy, that was all a stunt, right? We're all past that now?
He won though, right? I mean, I think he got what he wanted.
Absolutely.
And Fox got what it wanted with all the attention that kind of came to it. This notion that like you have the right to whatever you want is nonsense. It's utter nonsense. You have to apply for approval to do things, and then it's up to the institution to decide if they want to. And there are consequences for actions, right? Now, I don't know what the real truth of it is. I really don't, because I've seen Portnoy push back, and I heard Brady push back yesterday a little bit in terms of Ohio State saying we didn't do it. It was a Fox decision. Who knows what the real truth of it is? But honestly, the fact that we talked about it as long as we did, the fact that the whole kind of sports world talked about it the way that they did yesterday, they won. And he is an expert at that. Yeah. He is an expert at look at me. He has crushed that probably better than anybody that I can recall in my media career.
This is now, though, 2 times a big media entity has had a partnership with Barstool, and before it even got off the ground, there's been a headache.
Yeah.
One of them ended up, the ESPN thing got killed pretty quickly. Sure. I don't think that's happening here, but it just makes you wonder how much they want to deal with the headaches, I guess, that come with Barstool.
I think Fox is going to be all in. Nice partners, too, right? Nice partners with Fox. Hey, play every big game for the rest of your life at noon.
Right.
Just you're signed up for that until 2030, and we're going to take somebody who says the things he says and put him on the pregame show, of which most of the big noon games, most of the pregame big noon games, they are here.
Right. Right.
So, or involve Ohio State. So now you got to deal with that. That's good job with your partnership.
Hey, good news
Thanks,
is
team players. They might dog while you're here.
Good news is they might be half the televisions in the country come Saturday. That's a really winning strategy for Fox. Good job, everybody there.
Yeah, it's wild.
All right, Bo, we appreciate the time. We will talk again soon. Have a great show, okay?
All right, boys, enjoy your first Friday.
There you go. Yeah, 3 hours, first Friday, Bishop and Friends. Now it's time for the buzzer.
Shove it down your throat. It's time for the buzzer.
Sponsored by Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems. Find your local Bryant Heating and Cooling dealer at Bryant.com.
Caitlin Clark, Taylor Swift. I think you throw in, I don't know, Cracker Barrel and Trump, and you might have a search engine optimization bonanza right there. But here's the headline. Caitlin Clark apparently predicted Taylor Swift getting engaged to Travis Kelce. Are you aware of this? She back in, this is real.
You gotta be kidding me.
No, there's video of this. Big Ten Network has this on their TikTok.
Big Ten Network?
Yeah. When she played in the Big Ten, she's a huge T Swift fan. They asked her before, like, I think the Big Ten tournament, the last year she was in college, they said, hey, Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift are dating. This had just gotten announced. What do you think of this? Will this last? And she said, you heard it here first. They're getting married. She called this. I mean, good for Caitlin Clark. I'm just saying.
Trying to figure out,
it's shocking, but she called it.
Who would marry her, though?
All her ex-boyfriends that she sings about in all her songs for the past 20 years.
But see, the difference between them and Travis is Travis has watched his money just go through the roof. I mean, jersey sales, podcasts.
This may come as a shock
from a financial situation. Like, he better not
everything. I'm just saying.
You're right. It's not everything. It's the only thing. You're right.
I'm just sad we're not going to get the breakup album that we thought we were going to get all about football. That could have been quite the banger of an album. But anyway.
It's about the cream, T-Bone.
Yeah, that's exactly right. All right, congrats to them. Bishop and Friends is next. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. We'll see you tomorrow. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Still noticing some slowdowns after a crash in South Bexley. This is 70 westbound at that 71 northbound and 40 intersection. Do expect some lane closures still, not because of the crash site, but also on that 70 and 33 intersection. Always gets pretty busy for a morning commute. Lastly, for folks over in Marysville, still looking at a crash over in your neck of the woods. This is 33 westbound, just past Northwest Parkway, right before the downtown scene. Expect some lane closures out there. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic. Make it a great day.
Hey friends, Beamer here. Summer's winding down, but you know what? There's still time to drop 20 with Awaken 180's 20-pound summer slim down. That's how I got started. 20 gone fast, and it propelled me straight to my goal of dropping over 75 pounds. You'll still eat, drink, enjoy summer, but the scale's finally moving. Then you finally hit fall with some energy, confidence, and clothes that actually fit again. Awaken 180's coaches, they keep you on track so the weight stays off. You can go to awaken180weightloss.com to start your first 20 now and finish summer on a win streak.
Hi, welcome to IKEA. Hi, I'm in a whirlwind of college prep. Gotcha. We've got affordable solutions to create the perfect college living space. Great. And visit our website to see how verified college students with an IKEA family account can receive a one-time use 15% off coupon. Nice. You guys think of everything. Pretty much. Offer ends 9/30/25. Valid ID required. Discount applied proportionally across items purchased as shown on receipt. See IKEA-USA.com/ready for college for complete terms.
Then you are under siege. From the minute you hit adulthood, stress, bad sleep, junk food, screens, pressure, it all chips away at your testosterone, your energy, and yeah, your confidence. But no one tells you that. And no one tells you the benefit of screening early when you're younger. Research has found that maintaining optimal hormone levels prevents severe men's health issues later in life. At Columbus Men's Clinic, we fight for you. The tired dad, the high performers running on fumes, the gym grinders, the man whom online pills have failed. This is for every man, young and old. Forget pills from apps or emails. You need a real medical provider, a clinic that'll fight like hell to get you back in the saddle. Guys, the future is local. Real clinics, real specialists, real answers. Testosterone results in minutes, not days. Columbus Men's Clinic's friendly staff is on standby, ready to tackle your ED, your low T, and enhance your life. Call right now, 614-300-7400, or go to columbusmensclinic.com. Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen.
Dear McDonald's, your breakfast menu, fire. 10s across the board. I could be happy with anything, even though I order the same thing every time. Thanks for not judging me. I'll try something new next time. Maybe.
For a limited time, you can enjoy a savory sausage McMuffin with egg meal, including golden hash browns and a small hot coffee for just $5. Price and participation may vary.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Tailgate season is here, and if your grill makes you have to duck when you light it, it's time for an upgrade. Billiards Plus carries top-of-the-line grills that you can pass down to your kids and gifts the whole family will enjoy. Family-owned and operated. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Common Man here for Jermaine Lexus of Dublin and Easton. It's the last month for the Golden Opportunity Sales Event. That means you get special APRs with 3.99% up to 60 months on their most popular models. Lease payments as low as $419 per month. Also, plenty of pre-owned L-certified vehicles are on the lot with rates as low as 5.75%. If you're in the market, please stop in and see my guys. Jermaine Lexus, 2 locations to serve you, Dublin and Easton. Check them out online, JermaineLexus.com.
I'm back to doing what I love and more. Thanks to the Good Feet Store.
Visit the Good Feet Store today. Walk-ins are always welcome. Visit the Good Feet Store on Polaris Parkway near the Polaris Mall or on Stringtown Road at Grove City.
It's the Ford Labor Day lease event at Valley. All brand new 2025s. Mustang, EcoBoost, and Mach-E. Escape Active, Bronco Sport. Your pick, just $399 a month. F-150 STX, Explorer Active, Bronco Big Bend, and Mustang GT. Now, only $499 a month. Every Valley lease is for 36 months with 0 down and a 2-year premium maintenance plan included. Hurry, these deals end Monday at Valley Ford of Columbus in Hilliard. Open Labor Day 11 till 4.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
So it was the fourth quarter and we're down by 5. Sweat pouring down my face. Suddenly it hit me. If only I could wrap part of the towel around my forehead. And that's how I became the first basketball player to wear a headband.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
With Robinhood, not only can you trade individual stocks and ETFs, you can also seamlessly buy and sell crypto at low costs. Trade all in one place. Get started now on Robinhood. Trading crypto involves significant risk. Crypto trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Crypto LLC. Robinhood Crypto is licensed to engage in virtual currency business activity by the New York State Department of Financial Services. Crypto held through Robinhood Crypto is not FDIC insured or SIPC protected. Investing involves risk, including loss of principal. Securities trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Financial LLC.